Yeah, when she comes back, yeah.
I mean, all good. It'll roll, and then I can just chop me saying my bullshit right here. So
Gotcha.
no sweat.
Gotcha.
So y'all are good to do your thing now.
And them taking pictures. I walk out on them taking pictures. I'm like, you still here taking pictures?
Yeah, they was turned up when I walked in there to get cups. All right, you can just let me know when they.
Yeah, because you know I'm considerate.
I would
Yeah,
say
right. I'm gonna stop the considerations.
I would say consistent, but okay.
Say that again.
I would say consistent, but considerate too.
See, you mean consistent with this?
Yeah, just consistent.
Got it.
See?
And the intent is not to be, because I'll be consistent,
My
but
whole thing
I
is-
could be consistent as an individual.
Can you just mute her, please?
See, he wants to silence women. He has a problem with women opinions.
I do
But
not.
you know what? The world is evolving, and they're allowing us to speak. So
We're good to go?
you pick a side. Don't get caught up. You can get it too.
Oh, we didn't check the aux.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah, let me check it out now.
Something don't sound right with that.
Yeah,
aux.
it don't sound
Hold
right.
tight 1
Is
second.
it plugged in all the way?
Yeah.
What kind of bootleg auxiliary cord is that?
It's actually not. It's I can do the sound from my phone if I wanted.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
It's this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
some reason, I feel like it's not connecting well to your headphone jack.
headphones. Let's try it again.
Did you select the right output?
Yes.
Still sounds like shit. Is it the audio?
Nah, because the audio was playing
Yeah,
fine.
it's weird. It sounds kind of like off.
Yeah.
That's why I said that thing is bootleg.
I feel like it might not be connecting well with the jack.
Yeah.
Do you have USB-C or on your laptop?
Or what type of music were you playing?
This is YouTube. Let me see if I can
Connect
do
to
it
your
from my phone.
phone.
Yeah, it should work from your phone, so you can try real quick.
Why it sound like that? Yes. Don't worry about it. Do you have another aux, or does it have to be this one?
Oh no! Isn't that Teacher Moses' mom?
What?
B. Smith passed away.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry about that.
So I guess after this, we can do the 10-second thing.
Okay.
Oh, dear slang, dude.
Here, plug this in your laptop. Let's see if this
Cool. I think this
should work.
should work.
Just make sure.
Slang, dude. Here we go. That's better. All right. Let me know when it's 10 seconds. So we did. Well. Look who it is.
Good afternoon, Unpopular Opinions, episode number.
Fuck your opinion.
Fuck your opinion.
Fuck your opinion show.
See, this is why we don't let you do the
No,
introduction.
I know, right? But it's
This
because
is why we don't
because
let you
the
do
people
it.
didn't know who you were addressing as, like you addressed it. You were
Well,
like, well,
you should just let me introduce it. I didn't say anything
Wait,
about
wait, wait.
unpopular.
Just take that bottle off the side. Thanks.
You know what, McCray? Kick rocks.
No.
How about you? Just kick
No.
What's up, guys?
Not a what
What's
what
up?
How Happy week, you guys. Happy week. It is
Happy
the
week.
we are entering the last week of
All
February.
we did was slang. I like the hoodie.
Thanks. You gotta support female battle rap. I'm selling these.
You're selling them?
Support female battle rap.
Yes. Boss
Chick Rain. Got it.
You can get your name on the back of yours, you know.
Oh yeah, personalize
Black
it.
business. Someone gave this to me, so.
Got it. Who's the person making them?
Royal Success Tees, but anyway, it's really they just kind of came to an event.
Yeah.
She's a rapper too. A shout out to my homegirl Royalty, and she partnered up right before the end of the year with a friend of hers. Kind of just the whole idea that we have, like working with people, black people, and coming together to make a business. She sent me a gold one. Before, like around Christmas time, I'm like, oh, that's dope, 'cause I've been like, that's my whole campaign thing, like support female battle rap. And I've been meaning to make these, and so so then I went and purchased one because I had a face off to host yesterday, and so I'm putting it out there. I wore this yesterday.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't supposed to do that.
But it's a
Too late.
sweatshirt.
It's a sweatshirt.
It's a sweatshirt. You have a shirt.
Nah,
on
you put
underneath
yourself
the
out
sweatshirt.
there.
I blew it.
But
I
wait a
blew it.
second.
I blew
You
it.
blew it.
I blew.
But no, is there wait? Am I missing a rule? about
Obviously, I'm
sweatshirts?
fucking with her.
No, but I just
It wasn't
did it.
obvious then. It clearly wasn't obvious.
Yes, it was.
I did it for that because it was
She's
a
30.
battle thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the chance to really. I literally just put it on for it, and that was it.
Rain, it's okay.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm wearing it today because I really wanted to pump it. Like, this is my movement, support female
course.
battle rap. So, guys, hit me up if you want one. Shout out to Royal Success Tees. Follow them on Instagram and all that. Cheer.
That's what's up.
How was the face off yesterday?
It was actually dope. The actual face-off was dope.
Who are the face-offs?
It's two battlers it's a smaller platform called Showtime Battle League.
I've heard of
And
it.
so you heard of him? Okay, good. So like he has been giving, different MCs a boost with his platform.
Yeah.
And so they kind of like this is what I talk about when you do it for the culture of it, where I feel like mainstream battle rap, you can call it mainstream battle rap, we're kind of losing sense of that, where the battles make sense. Like you do battles that make sense based on history. And so long story short, Mike Burner, he was there from the beginning. He's like the foundation that helped to build Showtime. And now Taj Millie came around like a year or two ago. And he's been like catching wreck with the battles. And so it kind of makes sense that they battle because they both are kind of like, quote unquote, undefeated on his platform. So they're battling for a king of Showtime Battle League. So that's, it was kind of dope.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
kind of like what we discussed earlier on as far as like having that type of format.
Right, just where it makes sense. I mean, not every battle is gonna make sense, of course. You know what I mean? Like you got to start somewhere, but kind of like doing battles that kind of like have a storyline. I think people like just now, you guys you connect more to the storyline. Like, oh, okay, now I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah. But sometimes you can tell when it's a stretch, when like they try to reach for something that's not
no,
there.
that's what I'm saying. An organic storyline,
yeah.
like you can connect to, but sometimes not every battle is gonna have
A storyline.
right? Because you got to start somewhere, right? So
Yeah.
a new guy comes in, other than his own story, he doesn't have a connection to the battlers, right? So until he starts battling, and then now he's calling, like, especially when someone's cocky enough to call themselves the king.
Yeah.
That's when and I think women. Support female battle rap need to do that more. Like, start talking your shit more, ladies. Like, if you feel like you're the queen or you're the best one, start doing that so that the girls that are coming up can say no, you're not. You know what I mean? And create their own storylines.
It's funny that you say that. So y'all know I'm about to bring some
Look
Ratchet
who
TV
it
references.
is.
Right.
They calling people out on the audio. You know, like you ain't gotta call people out on the audio.
Well, I'm gonna call you a look who it
Let me
is.
partake.
You know.
Exactly.
But y'all know I'm gonna bring up Ratchetry, right?
How do you spell that?
R-A-C-H-E-T.
Ratchet, R-Y, okay.
R-Y. Like, aren't you a teacher? Break it down phonetically. Ratchetry. That's how they teach you to start.
I'm gonna teach my kids ratchetry. Yeah.
I must say that Q is a connoisseur of good ratchetry TV.
I sure am.
It's all about balance, right?
It's all about balance.
Thank you.
It's all about balance.
You know, that's not the only thing I watch.
Interesting.
I watch a lot of other good stuff.
Yet you
know?
watch shows that undermine black women.
Actually, there. So
And it's ratchet.
here's the thing. Ooh,
I'm just saying.
I'm happy you opened that avenue. Let's talk.
And clothes. What were you saying,
No.
Ray?
You
No,
see,
she was gonna say,
I was having a conversation with the engineer earlier about how he wants to silence women, right? So
Oh, he want to silence women, dude.
you don't
Oh,
want to do this
oh.
with me.
Word?
He's
No,
like,
McCray. McCray wanted to silence me.
No, I don't.
I told him he
No,
gotta
I
pick a
don't.
side. I told him
No,
he
I
gotta pick a
don't.
side.
Because I was actually wanted to talk
he's not
about.
even looking up. Like,
I actually wanted to talk about battle rap. I was watching the 2-on-2 Official and Jazz versus 40 Bars and E Hart.
yeah.
That was a poppin' battle. I enjoyed it.
Too bad it didn't last.
Yeah.
What do you mean it didn't last?
Well, storyline. So the one
You know
team,
better than I.
It's the first time in URL history that anyone has forfeited, and it happens to be women.
Oh God.
I was.
They didn't show up.
No, they showed up.
They forfeited
They-
their other
they
round.
Forfeited other rounds.
Did they say why?
They were fucking up. They weren't
Got
ready.
it. Got it. Got it.
I
And they happen to be. That's the other reason why
E
it kind
Hart
of like
seemed like
dilutes
she was
my. But that doesn't matter. That's
It
Because
shouldn't
one
dilute-
person fucked up,
It
so
shouldn't
what? That shit
dilute it.
happens. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
see,
you gotta keep
Dudes
going.
done fucked
It
up
shouldn't,
before.
but I'm telling you why it does, right? And I'm not. All right, dilute is the wrong word. I'm saying this is
Undermines.
the. It undermines it from my standpoint, but I'm saying whenever I come with this, I get attacked by the guys like, well, they do shit like that. So you keep saying support female battle rap, but they do shit like that, right? It kind of does.
Eminem choked.
Everyone chokes.
I'm being.
I'm gonna need you to not
Except
talk
for
for like 5 minutes.
Surf choke, no disrespect, and he's one of the top
Surf
people.
always chokes.
I mean,
Loaded
I ain't-
Lux.
I ain't want to say that. Lux choked?
Yeah, he choked in the last battle.
I don't look at
I
his
guess
as
who?
chokes, though. His are like fake chokes.
Nah, he
They're
choked
like
against
slip ups.
Calico.
They're like slip ups.
Nah, he choked on Calico.
It
When?
wasn't a real choke, yo.
That was a real choke.
See, here's the thing: the art of choking.
All
right?
first verse,
You have
all
to
first
finesse
verse.
the choke, though. He finesses his choke. A lot of women can't do that. I'll say that too. A lot of women can't. Like only certain women can finesse a choke where you tap into your skill set and you're able. That's what Rex does, right? So when Rex doesn't have his rounds, he taps into his mixtape bars.
Listen,
To save face. I'm not mad at that. It's just that his brand gets watered down because he consistently does that.
But
Hold
a
on,
choke
hold
is
on.
a choke,
Hold
though.
on, Lux had a battle after Verb.
He's saying that he choked against Calico.
He choked on Calico and he choked on a 2-on-2. Remember?
He choked against Calico.
I mean, it was.
Calico was after Verb. Or
Nah, this
before?
was years
Maybe
ago.
yes.
That's,
Oh, yeah,
that's
what
what.
I'm
That's when he's. You know what I'm saying? But it's.
I don't remember.
But it happens. But like you said, to your point though, you don't notice it because he's just so smooth with it. But it happens.
That's
Happens
what I
to the
think
best
should
of
happen.
us.
You should freestyle. If you got a poopity scoop, oopity boop,
Yeah,
then
like,
do
make
that.
some
Like
shit
you're a
rap
professional.
rhyme.
Yeah, like you're a professional rapper. Just make up whatever. Fuck it.
I would say shout out to DNA because I've never seen him choke, but he has one time. I think there was a battle he threw up, but he choked.
You dead ass against
Yeah,
who?
yeah,
I missed
yeah.
that one.
He choked. I mean, he threw up. He
Like
threw up.
literally.
He literally threw up.
I mean, he couldn't go no more.
But it was just.
Nerves
I
got to
mean,
him.
but still shout out to him because he's I've never
Bring
seen.
it
him.
But you
back.
know, but as you guys speak,
I
it makes
just
me.
dissed you.
It makes me realize that we haven't really not we, because y'all would know more about this. I don't know. There's a lot to learn about battle rap culture because you speak about storyline, but it makes me wonder, do you guys not look for a storyline when you're looking for
Not so much.
like
not
battles
so much
are
in
about
battle rap.
delivering jabs, but there's a story that could be told with that too.
It depends
Or
if they have
that's- for me,
history.
that's quality battle.
You even know.
Yeah, it depends if they have
we
history.
don't
Like
cover
when
news.
Calico, I think he battled Sue Surf. That was like there was some history behind that when they battled in Detroit. But it's very seldom you see that. But if it does, it's one of those things where it's like wrestling. Like some wrestlers, they have that backstory, but most of them don't. But I don't know. Something I look for.
But
I don't look for.
And
personally.
even if not backstory, right? It's also about the quality, like people's expectations. Because I guess for me, I remember when I forgot what battle it was that you were hosting, Rain, and I remember it was all those women who were competing, and I felt like it felt cool to see the women. I forgot the girl's name, the one who be talking like mad reckless. What's she
They
name
all
again?
talk pretty reckless.
No, but the one who was like I'm a F your kids and like I'm gonna throw blood in your face. Like I don't remember her name. She
That
wear
was
the
one who had the
glasses.
picture.
No.
The
She wear the
picture.
glasses. I can't remember.
That's the
who.
most violation I've
I mean,
ever heard.
But like that's how. And for me,
I'm done.
I remember feeling that like.
I forfeit.
Like I listen to female battle rap for the purpose of it being female battle rap, but I wish the content was more.
Yeah, I mean I have a thing with that too. I feel like case in point, gun bars is a big thing in battle rap.
Boom, 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 boom.
When you say gun bar, what do you mean?
Just bars that are about my gun's so big, or I'll take the gun and I'll shoot you, and I'll
You
all
shoot
this,
niggas 40% of the time. In battle
right,
rap.
60%.
Yeah,
I would say
shoot
70.
niggas.
70, even
Shoot
75,
niggas.
yeah, maybe 80.
I got a gun so big.
So women do it too, and for me, it's already not barely believable when the guys do it, but when the women do it, of course, it's even more unbelievable. Only certain women are believable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish that if you're gonna use a gun reference, that it should be for something more real.
Yeah.
It's even
Or
though it's
metaphorically,
fake.
like,
Metaphorically, like
aligned.
you're shooting real ops, not shooting people who look like you.
Yeah.
Because now I'm even more. It's a segue, but I want to talk about this. I'm even more cognizant of the messages in music, right? And so, yeah. Before I go, I want to just talk about that too, because about Pop Smoke and all that too. It kind of relates to that, R.I.P. Pop Smoke. But I guess we'll talk about it. I want to share my opinion on it. But so my point is with gun bars, when women do it, you were talking about the content. I think it's better when women actually say things that relate to being women in their raps, and a lot of women don't. I'm not saying you can't use gun bars, but I'm saying that like rap about what you really know. Like, I don't know why everyone has to be a gangster. You don't. Everyone does not have to be a gangster, because in real life, a lot of y'all are really not. So it's just like.
But I think that's like that. I think that framework might be the thing that like we see as being successful or like holding some clout. Like I have to say this shit in order for somebody to be paying attention to what I have to say.
Too much copycatting
Or at least
and creativity
instead of creating
rather than
like your
coming
own
with your own
lane.
shit.
Exactly,
Yeah, you heard this
exactly.
person, it was good,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna take that.
And that's
I
what
think
hip
now
hop
more
has
than ever.
become.
Yeah,
So
now more than
battle
ever.
rap is just a reflection of that. It's a microcosm of mainstream hip hop.
Like I would love to see like 1994, 5 Lauryn Hill like battle like a person with that type of intellect like in a battle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's some shit I pay for.
Yeah.
That would be me, psych. But
Nah, real shit.
No, and but
I feel like I offered
actually,
that
the
when I was in
only-
it.
The only battle that I had to make that comparison is the one that we saw with you, because then one day we had a moment.
Oh,
where
with
it,
it,
your battles.
right? And I feel like that's why I want to return, just to offer that content and just to kind of like show women like. Not to even copy that, but just to do you. It doesn't
it's
have to
needed.
be what everyone else is doing, and like do things that like say things that make sense. Like you can kill somebody without a gun. You do know that, right?
Absolutely.
Like
So you trying to be like the female Loaded Lux?
I'm not even, because even he to a degree, I feel
I
like
don't think he
B-Dot
be
exposed
having a
that he's
lot.
not.
You don't
really,
have a lot of gun bars.
I don't think he really goes super overboard. I think it's
He doesn't. It's
the
normal.
He
necessary
follows your.
amount.
I think he follows your blueprint that what you just stated. Like,
But
it's-
on
you
the
know what I'm
same
saying?
token, I feel like the guy B-Dot exposed that Lux is not really even on the Black Power vibe either. It's something that I feel like he uses it, but it's not really. That's not his MO either.
I think it was after the
he's
suit
just a
shit, he
pure
kinda went that way.
lyricist. is
Yeah,
what
I
he
don't
is.
think he ever tried to do that whole
But
Black
he kind
Power
of gets
thing.
deemed conscious
I
because
think it was
his most
after the
popular.
suit shit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
after that when he
and
came
how
with
he
the
was
suit,
talking to
then
him
it was
about
like,
your
yeah.
pops was a lost nigga. All that is like
Yeah.
that, the fake
But you
woke
can.
shit.
But he's conscious. I mean, he's conscious. I don't
I don't think
that's-
he really is though.
I think so.
I think he's intelligent, and I think that people kind of put you in a box once you have content that's not straight street.
I would say compared to everybody else, he's conscious. On a scale from 1 to 10, I say maybe like a 5. But when everyone else is a 2 and you're a 5, then it looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily, he's not crazy that way. But when everyone else is just super ignorant, super I'm gonna kill you, super all that, and he's kind of middle of the road, he looks more like that. But he's not, on some.
Right.
Black Thought kind of,
He's
or
not.
Some shit
I
like
mean,
that.
but
Exactly.
neither is Black Thought, because Black Thought. I mean, not to say he.
Maybe
You hear what I'm
He's
saying?
not, but
You hear what
it's
I'm
the
saying?
same thing.
To just throw out, yeah,
but
I
you
was
see, it's
thinking
the
over
same
top.
thing. Like
Yeah.
Black Thought in the roots got automatically Black
Yeah,
Thought
it's
was
almost the same
is a
shit,
street
yeah.
rapper. He was
Yeah.
street, and he was the same thing as Common.
Yeah.
Common originally they were just street rappers who were dead nice, and their content
Who
evolved
are.
because who are dead nice, and their content evolved as they matured.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it really was. And Black Thought kind of got put in this box, but he was straight. Goonie on some Beanie Siegel type vibe.
Yeah.
It's just that he was so lyrical, and I think that what we do is once you're lyrical and you're intelligent, even if you're militant or you're talking some gun shit, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, you're a conscious rapper.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm rapping with intelligence, and it's not straight ignorant. Like, people don't like even when you find the balance in yourself. Like, okay, because we all can be equally both, right? Like, you can, even though it's a contradiction, you can be equally ignorant at times as you are intelligent.
But all humans live in contradiction. Is that
Exactly.
folks not wanting to see
to
people
own
live
it, right? Exactly. So that's what it is. But to segue into about the music, so I don't always subscribe to this guy, this blogger Hakeem. What's his name? Hassan Campbell, right? Are you guys familiar with Hassan Campbell?
Nah.
Sound familiar, but
The light skinned guy. He goes viral all the time. Well, anyway, Hassan Campbell
Shout out to
is a blogger that
That's a brother.
he says, this is my issue with bloggers. I always say, that's why I love that we changed the name of the podcast, because bloggers just kind of like nonstop spew their opinions, and it'll be like a little bit of fact in there, but it's mainly their opinion, right? And that's my issue with him. Like, he says a lot of things that I can agree with, but
Yeah.
it's never any gel to connect what he's saying, right?
Do you think a blogger necessarily has that responsibility though? Because
don't.
I don't feel like like you don't write
But
for
that's
a
my
newspaper or
problem.
for a publication.
That's why I say-
it's like
exactly.
You're a blogger. I'm here to give you my opinion. You take it as
They
you will.
don't.
But the reality is, it's still a publication, right?
It is.
It's a new type of publication, and it might not be what we had learned to like hold up to a standard of credibility, but it's still something that's put out there.
But I think it feeds into that, though. It feeds into the different perspective. That's what people go in for, like to hear that particular
Yeah, it's like
dude's
what
or
validation
woman's
does this have?
yeah.
Because it's on the internet.
Their
like,
opinion.
Yeah, like when you do like Huffington
so-
Post, like I check your shit out because I know I'm gonna get a very intricate
No,
perspective.
all right. So
tough.
what I'm
Like, you
saying
gotta-
is
Yeah.
opinionism, right? This is to me the era of opinionism, where once you get your platform to become very popular, popularity equates to fact. That's the problem. So a popular person's opinion now is the fact, and it's not.
Like the shit with the Boosie shit, the same shit. Like I
Right.
didn't realize. Like I was like, wait, hold on. The kid's getting a sex change now, and I kind of was like, yo,
Because
what the fuck
he
shit is
put that
but
out
yeah,
there.
That
He
wasn't
went on
the
a
truth at
rant,
all.
and then of course I'm gonna say, all right, I'll
And
say
I got caught.
the smart black guys will come on there like, well, basically he's foreseeing what's about to happen. Nigga,
Nah,
fuck
that's
that.
bullshit. Nah, you can't go by that. I just
It
thought I
could
missed
be,
it.
but we don't know that. We don't know that this 12-year-old boy is even doing that because there's so much ignorance in that. People don't. That's why I was trying to say, like, people are not educating their opinions. Like, you're not even educating yourself on the topic. So Boosie just heard, he heard that he was
Transgender and
not even
automatically
transgender,
said-
but transitioning,
Yeah.
and equated that to a sex change because it can be
And
at
did
some
they even
point.
say transitioning? Wasn't they just like, yo, he wants to be referred to as Isaiah now? Like they ain't
No,
say
it was.
nothing
He
about
went into
changing
detail
nothing,
in a newer interview.
Oh,
and
so
I
like
think
hormones
he reacted,
and all of that, like that's
not
being
even
involved. 'Cause
that.
doesn't
He-
that?
I think he just specifically said he's. I think it was written that he was transitioning.
Okay.
Which may mean that he's like.
What does that mean, though?
It
To
may
me, that
mean that
means,
he's
like-
changing his outward appearance, right? That like she is now dressing as female as opposed to dressing as male.
But
so
shit,
embracing
I think he
what
was
she
already
feels
doing
as-
that.
Also
So
with
I don't know, to
also
me,
with
transitioning
pronouns.
means, like-
Also
Okay,
pronouns,
yeah,
right? Because
she,
that's the other part of
her.
it.
like
that
establishing
people are
that
not.
I now want to be called this thing.
Yeah, so refer to me as she, her, use those proper pronouns. That's also a part of it. Like when Malik Yoba went on Breakfast Club, he was attempting to do that. It's just that it got reduced because of the people he was with. But they were attempting to educate people on how they see themselves. Like this, they're included in the LGBTQ community because, not because, but they're included in that. Transgender is included in that, right? And so in their world, they have been on this type of time, but outside of their world, we have not. We don't know,
And so now they're trying to, in the very same way that we're trying to tell people about, like, don't touch my hair.
Exactly.
Like,
it's the same. It's called educating yourself. So people
it's a public
ran.
statement in saying that, like, oh, this is what my child is doing right now is essentially what you're saying, as opposed
Right.
to like all of these other things that people were assuming that the child was about to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
I
him
don't know
going
what these
public
words
with
mean.
it, I think because I heard he was getting death threats and all these types of things. So he probably, because people are that ignorant.
D Wade or the
Probably the
kid.
kid.
I mean,
Probably
yo, motherfuckers, it's easy to go on IG and be like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But some
I be want to
people-
know how
you'd be
how
surprised
legit
how many people
these
follow
shits
through.
be. I
I mean, with celebrities, there are mad cases of men and women being attacked by fans and shit like that.
I mean,
yo.
even to speak on that, like, I mean, I guess the transition to Pop Smoke, like, not T-Pain, what's his name? 2 Chainz, he put up a post talking about how fame is dangerous, about how, like, he had his crib in L.A. ran through 4 times or 3 times, something like that.
Yeah, they
And,
give
like,
it up out there.
Yeah, but it's just, like, the fact that
But see, here's the thing.
it's, you know, fans feel that they're, like, celebrities are just like that
Well,
close.
but see, all right.
They
with
are,
that,
though. That's the whole
that's
shit.
a hustle.
But I
Veto
think
out
social
there,
media
veto.
brings that.
But that's a
brings that
hustle in
into-
LA. From what I'm, it's like that's
It's
a
been
way
like
that certain crews make money. Like it's a street hustle to rob celebrities, no matter if they're
Yeah.
black or not. It doesn't matter, right? That can be correlated to Pop Smoke, but all right. The issue is like I was talking about Hassan Campbell. He made some valid points. It's just that it wasn't the gel because he basically, when you're an opinionist, right? Something happens. And because he's gotten fame off of giving his opinion, he feels the need to report on every single topic
They trying to get money.
without any research. So it's like, oh, Pop Smoke got killed because he was flashing on social media. No, that's not why he got killed, though. Like, everyone's equating it to him putting his address out there. They was going to find him. They was going to find him. Like, if you're a target to get robbed, he didn't get robbed, though. So that's the whole thing. His whole blog was on him being robbed and how guys got to stop flashing. First of all, hip-hop, from the beginning of time, flash, swag, fashion was always a part of hip hop from the beginning.
Yeah, that was part of the culture.
We started wearing.
You do it when you poor.
But not
And when
telling
you're
you.
You
poor,
do
when
that
you're
shit before you
poor.
have the
Fake it till
money.
you make it.
Before you have
Pretty
the money,
much.
we go out our way to get the jewelry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't tell niggas
that's a
where
part
you
of
live,
it.
man.
You
don't
don't.
tell niggas where you sleeping at, man.
But on the same token, I can't respect the opinion that says, stop doing that because why? People have been getting robbed from the in hip hop from the beginning of time.
Nah, but let them
Not
have
even-
to go find your
No. But
address.
I'm
Don't
saying
put
no.
that
But
shit
niggas
on
get
the
robbed on the
internets,
street.
man.
Girls, guys have
Nah,
gotten robbed on the
absolutely.
street. You got your jewelry taken
But
in the
like
90s.
we said, it wasn't no robbery. They ain't take shit. They came in that
No,
house to kill
that's
that man.
the second
so it's
part.
like, you
No, I'm
don't
getting
give-
to
you
that.
don't-
I'm saying that he did a whole blog on him being robbed, but he wasn't even robbed. That's what I'm trying to say. It kind of reduces his credibility.
Yeah.
That's
Because he didn't even do the due diligence of waiting, one,
He
for the
just
story
went-
to unfold,
right.
and then 2, even looking at the
and
details.
even as it unfolded, common sense would have said that.
Good job,
Like you
Q.
just went on his opinion. But what he did say that I felt was valid was about the music. He said Pop Smoke's music was very dark. It was though. Welcome to the Party is kind of like even the beat. The beat is kind of like a
Absolutely.
extrinsic. I don't know how you say it, but it's a mesmerizing type of like,
It's
baby,
n-
welcome to the
Yeah,
party. It's dark.
It's nothing for you to dance to, one.
No, you can't dance to it,
But
but it's
see,
All you're
dark.
doing is
I
this.
think that-
So it's like
I think
everybody
he's
who's
playing
in that
more
group.
off of his voice than
Yeah.
kind of. It's like
No,
you
but
know,
both though. Even
these-
he said
these
even
two
the
things
beat
fit
though, and it
together,
makes
absolutely.
sense. The beat is
But he
kind of
sounds
like a
good on those.
hypnotic. No, not about him, but just the whole idea. It's like
energy, though.
the energy. That's what it is. So the whole we liked it. I like the song.
But-
all of his songs sound like he basically. I'm gonna give you his
his
opinion,
voice, I
right?
think.
He basically was, and I agree with this part. He said that the music was dark. He was dark, and he didn't have balance. So when it was time, this is what he said. And he said he hated saying it, but basically those angels of death didn't protect him because, hold on, he didn't have balance. So when you balance means that you're doing stuff outside of, you're doing
Something good, but
Good.
I don't know if I don't know if anyone outside of his circle has the access to like his day to day to know if that man had balance or not.
No, I'm not
For
even
him to
saying that.
even
I'm
be
not
speaking
even
on it,
saying
you know
that
what I
he's
mean?
evil at all. I'm just saying that if you are kind of perpetuating
Like
dark, because the whole conspiracy theory is that, and I because of his death, I said this too. Hip hop has been taken hostage, in my opinion.
What do you mean?
it's owned by the devil.
I mean,
We don't control it. I feel like the whole concept of, you know, music is the best way to get the youth under. Is the best way to hypnotize the youth.
I mean,
through music.
I take it a step further. I feel like, you know, rappers. I think whenever we have a situation like this where rappers get killed or whatever the case is, it falls to the wayside. It's not as important.
It's not seen as important.
Yeah, like the fact we don't know who killed Biggie and Pac and all these other people. Like it's
What's not as important?
Or we
I don't know, it's
settled
just-
with the idea
yeah.
that they couldn't. That it's an
Niggas do.
unsolved like crime.
I mean,
but even with him,
yo,
well, I mean that's something
Even-
different. I'm saying that music
I'm
in
just
general.
I'm just saying even with that concept, like having that thought of like lives of these rappers aren't important, even with the music.
But
it's just I don't know. It's just very fickle to me.
But there are a couple of different layers here, right? Because I feel like you were saying that, like, you know, this blogger came and addressed this thing, and he's talking about how this guy's life didn't have balance. And I want to say in response to that, I just feel like that's such a broad and
It
like.
is.
And like, who the heck is he? You know what I mean? At
He's
this
not-
time to say something like
that's
that.
why I
because he
said it's
doesn't
his
know what this
opinion.
man's life was about.
But where he was valid
like,
is
if
that the
I'm-
music is dark. The music was about killing.
but the boy
the
had-
music is a
boy
all
was
the music.
20 years old and he had 3 songs. Like to try to
No, he had a whole
completely box
album
him
worth
in.
of the songs.
I
2
mean, but
albums
when
worth
I-
of the songs.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I mean, when I
That's
said 3, I was like,
on
I was
in
joking
rotation.
around. But
You
like,
mean
as
popular
a-
songs?
No, I was just mean it was a joke. You know,
Oh.
you say 3, like, but the
his
boy had
catalog
what,
ain't
like,
that extensive.
yeah, like he had 20 songs. He was 20 years old.
Wasn't
he
as
might have had
extensive.
20 songs, like, and he's trying to play off what worked for him. This was this one formula that worked for me. You know, I don't think, not
Either
to talk
way,
about him, but I don't think he was the most versatile
generalization
artist.
is that the music is
So, like-
dark. The
But-
music is dark. It's like it's dark music. The
Maybe-
music is about killing.
I think
the
you're saying
music
it's
is-
too soon.
Welcome to the Party is about killing niggas. That's what it's about. You know that, right? I'm off the Molly, the Henny, of the lean. That's why I'm moving retarded.
I can't say I gave the song a chance.
I'm just telling you. That's what it's about. It's saying welcome to the party. Like, oh, you like you got beef or you trying to see me? Welcome to the party. Like I'm ready. It's like that
Oh, I
kind
didn't
of
realize
song.
that that's what he was
It's
saying.
not a part.
I thought he was talking about a real party.
No, he's being sarcastic.
I was like, who's dancing to this motherfucking song at this party?
No, he's being sarcastic.
being
Even
serious.
I'm a thought get me lit is sarcasm. He's saying I want the beef. Like you niggas is eyeing me. What's up? Welcome to the party. We ready. We lit. We got guns on deck.
Regardless, it doesn't. So even with the other layers, right? Because so now going to the facts that are being presented, because they're saying that like there were 4 people who went in the home, 3 people left, 1 person stayed. Like as they see the people exit, there was nothing in nobody's hand, and like the real thing is like, okay, so
Well, he
who
was
took
murdered.
like who took his life and why, right? And so one of the things that I think that isn't spoken about often, and it's crazy because I don't like to speak about it on platforms because it makes me think about this thing of like don't think against black people. Even the little Instagram post that I posted.
Well,
the other
our
day.
show name is Fuck Your Opinion podcast. Just saying.
Got it. Sorry, that had to be my rhythmic.
Yeah, just say
Response.
it. That's what I'm just trying to say.
So a lot of these people rise to fame based off of their connections to the streets, in my opinion, because I feel like the
Facts.
streets have their hands in the music game to a
Facts.
deeper level than we understand, right? This is why, like, me the kid, nobody can tell me that Suge Knight never killed Tupac, right?
Jesus Christ.
That who could?
Yeah, just say
Suge
it.
Knight
and thank
didn't
you.
have him, like, or wasn't involved, right? I say that to say there's so much more to it, whereas like we have to be asking the questions around where I feel like the right questions to ask, because even when you think about this the whole like Treyway business, to which y'all know I don't know nothing like that much about, but like and the platform that has had, and the fact that people aren't talking about like the streets and its involvement in music yet again, right? Like let's talk about what's real, right? Let's talk about like how everybody who does get to a certain spot, they're connected to the streets, and and that it also feels like it's that connection to the streets that has them like removed from or eliminated. I just came from breakfast. You see what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on shippiness, talking about like, oh, his music was dark. Everybody's fucking music is dark. Back in the day, Biggie, like
no, but the deeper issue is that hip hop perpetuates violence, but almost to the point of we're losing the youth because of it.
Because the messages.
It's not placing blame on him. It's saying that not just hip hop, music is hypnotic. It's a spell. When you hear music, like as an adult, you have to become more cognizant of certain things when you hear music. You're like, fuck this bitch, fuck that, fuck these niggas, I'm gonna shoot these niggas. It's constant. We're singing it. Fuck these niggas, and we're like, it's we're adults though, so we can process and balance, but kids cannot always, and that's
and sometimes we can't.
Nah,
right? Sometimes
it depends.
We don't understand. That shit is self-talk too.
I was
That's
listening.
what I'm saying. It's hypnotic. It's a spell. It's like.
That's real because even when you look at the premise of Watchmen, did you guys see Watchmen?
Of course.
Please tell me you saw
No,
Watchmen.
I haven't.
Of course I
When
did.
you look at the premise of Watchmen, one of the key things that was happening, which is like one of the vital scenes in that series, is when there was a woman who shot up a movie theater. A black woman who shot up a movie theater, and the messages that she was hearing was to like kill the blacks, don't kill the whites, or whatever the case is. So when you make this statement, it makes me think that like a scene like that is such a larger image for how it is that like we allow for the industry to be funded by other folks who don't have our best interest at heart, and like where there is a perpetuation. So I see that.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I'm saying that I've been cognizant of that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of adults, black adults, you are, even to the point of we grew up to bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Hassan Campbell
And,
made a point.
but
we love the song, but he's like, I can't play that song with my young daughters in the car because it's kind of like inherently, it kind of like it tells them bitches like you women ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
But then but you can go two ways with that too, right?
What's the other way?
A jackass like me, forgive me.
I'm saying
So
for
one of the things
for kids.
No,
though.
I get it. But as a kid, I remember, and I say that because I remember sitting down at the table trying to defend creativity, right? And the use of a rapper being able to say bitches. And my thing used to be, I know I ain't no bitch. You see what I'm saying? Like technically a bitch is a female dog.
Only if you had that instilled in you.
But that's a different
This
conversation.
is the era that doesn't. The parents are barely hands on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a different conversation because you got to think about the things that are accessible now. If you're trying to like hinder them from listening to a certain type of music, good luck because now everything is at their disposal. So it's just a matter of how you
not
bring
trying
them
to
up.
stop them, but it's
not
like
trying to stop them
he's
because
just
it's
saying
like,
as a father he can't play that particular song to him with his daughters in the car because it kind of like music at the end. I don't think people are realizing how
the consumption of like anything
consistently,
like how it might feed into a psyche,
especially
into
the
a mental
youth.
framing.
We have the brain power to say that's just entertainment.
It's just words.
The youth do not.
I guess.
They
so
don't.
So you got little like sixth graders talking about bitches ain't shit.
Right, and then
I
they
get
start.
it.
That's why you see more videos.
I get it.
People laugh at it, right?
You should get it
But you
too.
see more young kid videos, little kids like fuck that bitch. You like?
Nah, I hear you.
He's 7 years old. What is he talking about? Fuck that bitch.
I mean, I was listening to Onyx throw your guns in the air, but I wasn't going outside like, yo, where my Mac
But
10?
again,
I was scared shitless of my pops. To
Again,
even think about
I'm
doing
gonna bring
some
it back
shit.
to the point where I feel like it's so like to your point. Forgive me because I'm processing in the moment. I think it's so powerful where we don't know, right? And I think about the movie The Hate You Give because I think about the thing that it made me. Because a reference like The Hate You Give is a Tupac reference, right? Where he says that the hate you give little children like fucks everyone, and which is such a real thing because when you recognize that like the first words that most babies end up saying is no, and I know that that's like a small example, but it's a big thing, right? Why is it that the first thing that like and a thing is I don't know if that's consistent across all races. I can tell you that like that's something that I experience with like little black kids.
I don't know what race it is. It's American. I can tell
think
you
it's an
for
American
sure.
thing?
It ain't just black. Yeah, nah, that's American. Maybe
Got it.
outside of America, but
where does that like what does that come from, right? And I would love to do a study on whether or not like it exists a little bit more prevalent because that makes me think that like damn, how many times is this child hearing no throughout the day where like that's the first thing that you're saying?
I think it's
Or is it
because
just easier for kids to say no?
I just
I think a baby
yeah.
naturally is like you doing baby shit. So it's like no, because they're naturally running
Yeah.
when the language. So it's like
Yeah,
that's
I
their
do that shit
thing
now.
about like it's
But
like
isn't
all you do is know all day.
But isn't the sharing of information like the thing that the child is pulling that from the people around them?
Yeah, because I'm telling you know all day because
My
you're doing
point
baby
exactly.
shit.
My
It's
point
just-
exactly. So like we take for granted like just like simple exchange or lack thereof, and what that creates or what that establishes in the psyche of a human being.
I don't know. I tend to think it's circumstantial. I mean, if we're speaking on the lines of kids and how they're influenced by music or whatever the case is, I think it depends on how the kids are raised and what they're exposed to. Like I was exposed to like 40s, 50s, and 60s music, and then I started listening to hip hop, and then what I realized is my mind was more familiar with the soulful sound. So when I heard the likes of like Wu-Tang Clan, when I heard the likes of a Nas and the Biggie and like the Mary J. Blige, what's the 411? Like I gravitated to that. You know what I'm saying? So the kids
Got it.
now, think about what they're gravitating to now.
No, I get it.
They're gravitating to the Tekashi 69, the Pop Smokes, the Nipsey
I
Hussle
think-
passing, things like that. Like they're, it's just the information is different. The way it's given, everything is just shifted. So we can't expect to withhold a child from listening to certain music, you know what I'm saying, without them having,
balance through.
you know what I'm saying? So like I'm indifferent. Like 'cause my pops play gin and juice with all my sisters and my mom in the living room. You know what I'm saying? It
Pop
didn't make
Smoke-
me think differently.
Pop Smoke was a 20-year-old gang member from New York.
Oh, he was in the gang?
That was
I didn't
living. He was crib.
I don't.
He's a 20-year-old gang member from New York in California, living it up crazy. Oh, no disrespect to him. R.I.P. to the brother, love to his family, but like him getting killed is not that crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not like you know what I'm
But then that's
saying?
the
Like
thing.
it's
It
not,
makes
it's,
me
it's,
wonder-
it's not that
but it
wild.
makes
Like
me
it's not
wonder-
like it's but because of his celebrity, it's crazy.
'cause of
But
his
like
stature,
you're
yeah.
a 20-year-old gang member from the other coast. They don't fuck with that shit out there. Now you out there, you living it up crazy, and you're putting your address out on what's the name. You know what time they giving it up. You know how they giving it up out there. They robbed Shaq in L.A., man. Shaq was face down on the ground. They don't give a fuck. Oh, y'all niggas out there, y'all getting money. It don't matter. So now you out there, you claiming gang shit where they feel like that originated, and you from New York where they really don't fuck with that shit. Oh, word. Oh, your address online. Like
They
R.I.P. to the brother, but it's like, bro,
They took one of their own.
Come on, son.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like,
They took
crazy to
Nipsey.
me.
You asking for it, bro. Like,
But like even all those things, I don't know. Maybe
did he deserve to die? No,
Absolutely
but, my
not.
nigga.
But the fact is, like, you have to know. You have to be smarter.
Yeah.
You gotta move. You gotta move accordingly. I think a lot of people, a lot of hip hop heads, OG hip hop heads, were on the waves, and they were saying like, you just gotta move smarter than what he did. Like, he got caught slipping. The fact that he got caught slipping.
You a known gang
I think
member
it's
in
important
another
to be
city.
mindful about how the kids are gonna deal with that tomorrow on Tuesday.
The funny thing is, I was at school on Wednesday. We had
when did
y'all were
that happen?
out this week. That was
it,
last Sunday.
it happened
Yeah.
last Sunday. I actually had rehearsal
it?
for my Black History show. I came back to school. It was actually that morning at 4:30 when he finally then kind of developed, and I saw the kids. It's just indifferent. Like the way they handled tragedy this
It's
day and is
interesting.
'Cause they don't really know. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like the way they handle death is just kind of like, it's just weird.
It don't mean nothing to them yet.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing to
I
them
think
yet.
it does. I
some.
think we just don't understand the impact because, like, when the Tekashi kid died, look, I swear that was the first day that I heard.
Takashi's still alive.
Oh shit!
Don't put that
Who
kid, that
died?
baby in the grave.
Tentacion. What?
Oh,
Look.
X.
Y'all
XX.
know I don't be knowing shit.
I mean,
But when
I
that
don't
kid
like
died,
him, but don't. Yeah.
I know. God
Yeah,
bless.
we
Sorry,
know.
but I mean that. It's not that I'm trying
Yeah,
to
we
impose
won't
death
put-
on the guy.
I know, but yeah.
All their
might,
fucking names are
but-
like I can't keep
might.
up. My bad.
If you might have foreshadowed.
Yeah. Damn it. Now they're gonna play this damn
God, I
episode
don't want to
back.
be responsible for anybody's. But notwithstanding, like I remember the kids like writing the kid's name on his arm, and I'm like, who the heck is who is the kid? I never heard none of y'all talking about him.
He
but
was
they-
there. He
I
was there.
think we don't
Tupac.
understand how they process it.
He was
No,
there.
the
Tupac.
fuck,
What?
bro. No, the fuck. No disrespect. No, the fuck. He was not nobody's Tupac.
Hear me
No,
out.
the
Hear
fuck
me
he
out.
was
Hear
not.
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. By
Sorry.
no means. Trust me. I'm not juxtaposing careers or anything.
It is. No.
No.
You are juxtaposing.
Hear me
one
out.
is
No.
incredible and one is
Hear
like,
me out.
all right.
Well, here's what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying this is because the way they revere this kid, it's similar to the way, my sister, I'm just saying, the way they revered this kid is similar to the way they revered Tupac. He was a martyr-esque.
No.
Obviously not. Here's what I'm saying.
No.
Obviously not.
Kid.
Obviously not. Trust me. I've had an argument with children. Obviously not. What I'm saying is thinking of how these kids think and how they intake music.
Maybe there are 5
That's what
people
I'm
that
saying.
felt like that, but like
I'm just
that's
saying
the same way as like somebody.
I'm not
dropping mixtapes
comparing
and then he has
careers.
5, no, and there are 5 fans that feel that way about
I'm
it.
comparing
There's a
the
difference between
impact.
5 in the entire world. No,
I'm comparing the
absolutely no.
impact upon his death.
No fucking way. No.
I mean, it's unfair.
She don't even remember his name now, and we talking about the shit.
I'm speaking.
So let's stop. Ain't nobody say.
Nobody. I'm not speaking for her demographic. I'm speaking for the demographic.
Ain't nobody mistake Tupac with nobody else 6 months after he died.
You're not
ever.
hearing me. I'm not.
No.
I'm comparing the impact. I'm not comparing a career. I'm thinking of. You're not. I'm just saying as far I'm just saying as far as the music and how he was revered to the kids.
No.
Kids between 17 and what?
And I'm
12?
saying
He ain't never make no keep your head up.
I'm saying
He ain't
no.
never make no keep
I
your
love
head
how
up.
you
I'm
guys.
saying
He ain't make no
no.
dear mama.
I
I
love
don't
how
give
you
a
guys
fuck.
listen.
No.
I hear what you're saying.
No.
I think
It's not a magic. I'm not talking about his
I
music.
completely hear what you're
catalog.
saying. I just don't necessarily. I think the music catalog is a factor. I don't think that.
Impact.
think impact is another factor, and I don't necessarily think that his impact was the same.
Impact
as Tupac's.
what?
The reason
What
why I say
impact,
impact,
my nigga?
I've never seen. I didn't see kids cry when they heard Pop Smoke passed. I saw kids.
But we're not comparing
I saw-
Pop Smoke.
I'm not. I'm just comparing as far as the impact, as far as passing.
But don't forget how many
So 'cause
how many
people
pop
cried?
stars has how many like
Kids,
rap
kids.
Hear me out. How many rappers and or pop stars have also died since that Tentacion, whatever the fuck his name. God bless. Forgive me. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And I did it again.
You did.
Yeah, right. How many people have passed since? Because I don't think that we also recognize that children's, what's the word I'm looking for? Like their desensitization to things like that change over time. Like
It does.
Since that kid was the first kid who passed away like that in a long time.
Yeah.
And then you have the Juice World person.
But
and
I'm
then
just.
you have
It
the-
wasn't
and then you
as.
had Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? So I also think there's something for like all the things that had happened in between that time too. That feeds into how kids are responding. You never know, because I think, for instance, the group of kids who was in that kid's video, they're going to receive a little bit more
Yeah,
heavy
I
because
get
of
that.
that connection, which is like different than like how it is that they would experience, different than how like someone in the Bronx or whatever the case is who might not have known
I
him
guess
or
I'm only
things.
speaking for the demographic that I teach in Brooklyn.
No.
And this is what I'm saying. When I played, they said, "Can you play this song?" And a homegirl, I'm not gonna say her name, she mentioned why she wanted to hear this song, what mood it put her in, and things like that. Like all of those things. All I'm saying is like, as far as I'm not speaking music, as far as like careers or catalog, because we know Tupac by far. But what I'm saying is, as far as these kids and what they're listening to,
No.
like I'm
I'm
just saying,
sorry.
as far as that
And
goes,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
no.
Maybe we should
no
bring them to have a
disrespect-
panel one day.
No disrespect to them kids.
That's
If there
fine.
were 5 kids that cried, there could be somebody who releases mixtapes who nobody ever knew, and there are 5 kids that were super fans and he dies and they cry. That does not make him Tupac Shakur. I'm sorry.
You're not. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
he's
no.
Tupac. I'm
No,
not saying that.
You made the comparison. This
I
is
didn't
what
say
we're
that.
discussing.
All I said
you said
was-
it was like that. No,
I said
the
him
fuck?
passing.
No,
Him passing.
And I'm saying
It's
no.
compared to this generation.
No,
That is your
absolutely not. No disrespect to that kid.
That is your opinion.
No way. And yes, it is. That's yours, and this is mine. No fucking way.
But have you?
Them
But
couple of kids that were
let me
upset,
ask you this.
bro.
Have you been around? Did you see the effect that it had on kids?
Yes,
Where?
I have, bro. I have family members that are that age that know him, that like him. That I
mean-
have friends with kids that are that age. Like I know, I seen it. Okay, a couple kids cried, bro.
It's not
no
even-
fucking comparison, bro. Absolutely not.
I'm not
God
comparing.
damn.
I'm not comparing legacies. I'm
You said
comparing
that
as far
already.
as the
I
impact of him
understood that.
passing.
No, because somebody cried and they're two.
It's not just the fact. You keep saying people cried. People take music. people feel music, people feel an artist, and they take that and they run with it.
Okay.
And these kids and what they listen to now, there's really no, there's nothing. I hear you. I agree with you. There's no comparison. But and this is from what I've experienced and what I've seen and how kids talk about this young man, it's comparable. It's comparison to Tupac.
No.
And I'm not saying he's like or as.
No, what he's saying.
No.
XXXtentacion death was like
when he
Tupac's.
passed.
No,
it was
fuck. It
For
was
this
not.
era, it might be.
That's
No,
what I'm
the
saying.
fuck, it was not.
That's a bit
It's
ignorant
not.
for us to say it's not.
No.
You know, it's almost
Couple
like the
kids
conversation
cried.
we had
Okay.
last week
Couple
about
kids
like
cried.
embracing the new
Okay.
era.
Police fucking with me.
No.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I
Was
can't
the biggest
deny it.
For this generation.
arguably number one of all time.
For this
kid's never been
generation.
in that conversation ever.
For this generation, that's fair.
So what? He's not even in that conversation
When
for
he
this
died,
generation.
they idolized him in the same.
That's all I'm
manner.
trying to
Same
say.
way that Tupac. Yo, y'all lived through that. Like, I'm like, if a kid now said that, I'd be like, bro, you wasn't there. Y'all was there, man. Do you understand what, like,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah.
You forgot?
Kids cried too.
Y'all forgot, bro? Like,
Yeah. Kids cried. People, it's different generations.
niggas had movies.
I mean, I think
niggas had movies
I
after he
actually-
died. Him narrating.
I don't think y'all.
How many documentaries? How many albums?
I don't think that y'all
fucking kidding
disagree,
me, bro?
I don't think y'all disagree. I think that
I'm not.
I think that you're just caught off guard by the shit that he's saying.
Yeah.
And like I think we all in here agree that the impact of the young man is not comparable to that of Tupac. I think we share that sentiment. I think what he's saying is that there are kids who might see it differently, who don't understand that like Tupac was actually like he was saying shit in addition to, which is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
We ain't got to agree, but it and someplace like maybe they really loved this kid.
Maybe I'm
just
wrong,
saying.
but what I'm thinking that the issue is here, we're saying that his death was as impactful on today's children as Tupac's death was to the children in 1996.
Imagine
I don't
if,
particularly.
No.
I don't particularly agree.
No.
Imagine if we would.
No.
Imagine. Can I say something?
Because
Imagine if
I
we
think
would have had
Tupac-
social media.
I think
back
Tupac
then.
was, but that's the thing.
Exactly.
Hear me
It
out.
would
That's
have
the
been
thing.
even more.
Tupac was a
But we don't know
global
that.
phenomenon
Exactly.
without social media.
Chill, bro.
Without
You were
social
there,
media.
my nigga.
Kids,
Tupac-
not for
with
adults.
children.
Kids.
Hear me out. With children, in my opinion, with children, there's a professor. What's interesting? There's a professor who actually wrote something, and I believe his work is A Rose in Concrete, some shit like that. I forget his name, but he wrote about the impact of Tupac, like globally, transnationally.
I don't want you guys
And Tupac's
going
death.
on
We
record
hear
saying
you.
I'm questioning Tupac's
We
legacy.
know that you're not. What we're saying is, if you are comparing impact and
to the
and
generation. That's
to
very
the
important.
generation, the difference is Tupac didn't during Tupac's era there wasn't social media and things of that nature. However, his reach was expansive. I don't know if there are kids outside of the United States that cares about the Tentacion kid.
There's
Yeah,
The,
I
it's
said-
fine.
the
What
hate,
I said-
the hate you
here's
gave
what
came
I
out what
said.
year? The hate
Here's
you
what-
gave came out what year?
Exactly,
2 years ago?
right?
25 years after this dude is dead from a
Right?
kid that was
I don't think
alive
we
at
gonna
that
remember
point.
this kid.
Niggas ain't making that 25 years from now. Let's keep it real, bro.
You know, I don't care one way or another.
No disrespect to the kid.
Again,
But-
I'm not talking about as far as Tupac. His impact is universal. I get that. I'm talking about as far as how the kids receive that.
We
the
just
morning.
established
No, we
that.
did not, because you keep
We
going back to
did.
what his
I just
impact as far as
said
like movies.
The impact on the kids
What's the
today
purpose of bringing
as
that up?
compared
No,
to the
it is
impact on the kids
relative.
in 96.
It's relative.
And no.
It's relative because
It's not.
It is relative. Why? Because what he's saying is that the hate you give came out. Are you going to listen or are you going to prepare to respond?
'Cause I already
if
said
you're
that.
preparing to respond, then you're not going to hear and receive what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I already established that his legacy
ain't
is
ready to
cool.
respond.
I'm
You ain't ready
over,
to
but we already established that. All I'm saying is the kids this day, comparison to what I've seen when Tupac died, because I remember hearing it on a radio station, Angie Martinez announcing that, and my mom crying, the kids down the hall crying. Like, I experienced that. When I came into school the next day,
All
when
the kids was crying.
killed some bill to see.
Did you
Miss
see the
May,
adults
Mr. McCray.
crying?
Excuse
Were
me?
the adults crying?
What happened?
Were the adults crying? What I'm trying to point out is a key difference in the responses, which is what I think Reef is. What is Reef saying? What Reef is saying, right? What you just shared with me is that like the kids were crying, the adults might have been. Angie Martinez was right.
Because that's my mom. My mom.
But
cried.
hear me, my point exactly. were you crying when you found out that when you heard them? You saw the kids. You was like, oh,
I said,
baby,
who?
I'm so sorry. Who the
Who?
fuck is this? Oh,
I was 13.
I'm so sorry.
I was
Oh,
13.
you're not
When
hearing.
what?
I'm
When who
done.
cried?
I'm sorry.
What happened?
You ain't
13
hearing
when
me.
what?
When Pac died. I was 13.
Ain't nobody. That's not the point. The point is your mama and you cried. Ain't nobody's mama cried with them kids.
I'm
when
not
the
bringing
time
up
was dying.
adults. All I'm
How
my
can you
kids. And exactly. I'm not
How
gonna
you
say
know-
that.
How you know that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
I think it's safe to say that the impact was different.
I don't think that's safe.
I
to
think it's safe to
say.
say.
I think that's really.
You know
ignorant to
why?
say.
You know
So we
why?
can
I'm
agree
gonna
to
say this.
disagree.
I'm gonna say it. But here's facts. Fact is, the adults on my timeline when he died, they were making posts about talking to their kids because their kids were sad. So yes,
They wasn't crying too, though?
no, because they're not. First
wasn't
of
my
all,
argument.
35 and over is so disconnected from this hip hop culture. It's disgusting. Real talk. So they only know them because of their kids.
But you're only supporting the point.
How?
In my opinion, because what he's not saying, we're not trying to compare anybody's legacy in the same way. But what I think the argument is that, like, Tupac's death had a different type of impact on youth then than it does now. That it was more expansive than Tentacion's death was expansive, like, to the youth now.
I wasn't
How
saying
do
that.
we know-
Star in hip hop.
I wasn't
Period.
saying. I wasn't saying that.
He was the biggest star in hip hop. Period. How can you compare?
Forgive me, what were you
how can you compare? And no disrespect to the kid again, but how can you compare one of these supporting characters, one of the far supporting characters, to the top person in the fucking whole industry?
He said that wasn't the point that he was making, so we might have misunderstood the
No,
point. What was the point you were making?
5 minutes ago we just said. So what you're trying to say is that the impact on today's children is equal to the impact of the children in '96. You said yes.
His death.
This is what we established,
His
right?
death.
Yes. So we
His
established
death.
that already. Yes, his death.
That was
is
it. I'm
equally
walking
as
out.
impactful to the kids today as it was to the kids in '96. Absolutely not, because that was the biggest person in hip hop in '96.
That's
So
arguable.
no, you don't compare one of these supporting characters to the biggest person in hip hop dying.
Supporting
Like,
That's your
character?
opinion.
he
though.
was.
That's your
XXXtentacion was
opinion.
not the biggest person in hip hop. Was he? Am I outside
And
the
these
loop?
kids,
Was
that's
he
what I'm
the
saying.
biggest person in
And
hip
that's what I'm
hop?
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's ignorant for us to say.
Was XXXtentacion
I don't
the
necessarily
lead character in
know.
Juice?
I'm not saying that.
Was they going to get him to cast him in Juice?
Because
Nah,
and here's the point.
For
Here's the
real,
point that
like,
I'm making. Here's the
nigga.
point that I'm making, right? I don't know, like, students I don't know if kids in Antigua, I doubt
Of course.
But I don't know if they felt Tentacion's death in the same way, like globally and transnationally, right? It is evident that globally and transnationally, that kids were feeling Tupac's death without social media, without the presence of social media, right? Now imagine in this day and age where that exists, all of these things exist, that man has an easier access to global presence. But, like, global presence, like, you didn't feel the impact globally over his death. Like, Tupac's legacy is still allowing for movies to be made today, right? Whereas that, I don't know if Tentacion's legacy is going to carry the same type of a weight.
I hear you on
So
that.
for
I
me,
hear
that speaks volumes to whether or not
think
his impact
I
on
think
youth
it was
is
a
the
surface
same.
comparison, though. It's just to say, like, let's acknowledge to these kids of today that to them, not to us who were there, that to them this is their Tupac.
To them.
Or to them, because
But even that,
It
I don't
ain't,
know if we
though.
can say
Like,
that,
if
right?
Drake
I would
dies
quicker give
for the
Drake
kids,
their,
I'll be like,
exactly.
yo,
That's their
it's
Tupac.
like shit, yo. It's
Thank
that
you.
nigga that top niggas.
Agreed.
I know. I got kids that don't even know who the fuck he was. Like, real shit, man. Come on, man.
I'm not even saying
And
that.
y'all was
hold
there.
up. I'm not saying that I agree that it is. I'm just saying that I think his point is more so we cannot reduce how these kids feel about wait a minute, about rappers of today that we don't connect to. The kids are connecting more to these guys than we do.
I don't think we're reducing
If
it.
they did connect to
It
him that
seems
much,
like a
he would
reduction.
be the biggest person in hip hop because you would have that level of
I don't
support
think
to
I'm
where you're the
saying-
biggest
I'm
person,
not saying-
and then the things would correlate.
We're not
Like, you
saying. I
can't
don't
be.
think he's saying he's the biggest person in hip hop. He's just saying that
But
the
then the
kids,
impact
kids
can't be the
connected.
same.
So
But
that's
the
on
kids
how you guys
connected
take
to
it.
him on that level, and this is
Yeah.
the era where when these young guys die, the kids are making them bigger than what
But
they
if
are.
the
maybe
kids connected to you on that level, wouldn't it correlate in other other areas, wouldn't his singles be that popping? Wouldn't he have made that much money because the kids fuck with you that much?
I think
Yeah,
Ray-
he did
I think-
though. He did though when he died.
I'm talking about before he died. Was
He
his shit as
did.
popping as Pac? Where was I?
Oh, as Pac.
That's what I'm saying. So if
Wait,
you
that's
was
who
that
we're
popping,
that's who
you
we're
not-
making the comparison
No,
to.
no,
though.
you guys keep no.
You
Here's
can't
the
be that
thing.
popping without getting that much money and
But
shit.
that,
All
that
I'm-
was the correlation that we were making.
Okay, that's the correlation you guys were making.
I mean,
All I
McCray,
said
that's
was,
what we were talking about the
no,
entire damn
y'all
time.
can't
What
do
you
that.
mean? You
Y'all
can't keep changing the premise of your
I'm
story.
not. I'm not. I've been consistent throughout. All I've said was his death. I've said his death. If you play this episode back, I'm not arguing Tupac's catalog, his impact on the world. This all right, but then you guys take it. No, but this is what you guys do. You guys take it and talk like I'm talking about his legacy, him being like overall. I know this about Tupac, poetic justice. Got it.
I'm
No.
saying
Above
the
the rim.
things
No, because
would-
you mentioned movies, so I'm like, okay, I
what
got
I'm
it.
saying is it would correlate. If you are this popping, if people love you this much, where's the money? Where the sales? Because if people fuck with you that much, then your songs are gonna be that popping. And what I'm saying is, his songs were that popping because he was the #1 person in hip hop because people loved him that much. So when he died, it was a global shit to where all the kids are like, oh shit. If you were that popping,
All right.
your shit would be on that level, right?
All right,
Like
let
you
me-
can't be that popping and not be #1. It can't be both.
All
You
right,
can't
let
be the
me-
level of maybe the #1 person ever, and your shit ain't popping.
All right,
like
let
that.
me explain this way, and then hopefully you guys understand. So when I mentioned,
And then we're moving on from this topic.
yeah, because I said XXXtentacion comparable to Tupac dying with this generation because of one his content and him being always, I guess, within the generation, always the social media, things like that. If Pac was around during that whole social media era within the generational gap, whatever the case is, I'm pretty sure the impact will be the same. The fact is, I'm comparing it to what I've noticed with the kids what I've taught, my nephew, and having that conversation, because I actually said, like, hey, he's not like Tupac, but I guess the way he's revered to the youth is comparison to the way the youth received Tupac back then. That's all I'm saying. I don't see how you guys,
Received.
Because
That's
two people
all I've
died
said.
and you cry at both. I
but
think
that's
it's
how our
different.
kids do. That's what our kids do.
Nah.
One of the girls teared up when she heard Pop Smoke died. She
your
didn't want to
aunt-
rehearse.
if
Just a matter of how they receive it.
I don't
It's
know,
not a
man.
matter of the work that they do. Because of course Tupac has more songs that touch the heart and soul.
I
And
think you're
get
trying
that.
to generalize it too much.
I
Like,
don't-
people were sad when he died. Like when this dude died, people were sad. Like, nah, it's
All
levels
I'm
of
saying
it.
is I'm
And they both were
empathizing.
sad.
I'm
Okay,
empathizing.
like,
Then
Speaking
you're
of,
turning into.
Can we pay
bro.
some respect to the lives that were lost this week? Ooh, y'all like that, didn't y'all?
That was a bad segue.
Yes, no, it wasn't.
That was a terrible segue.
Well, at least I segued.
'Cause we both didn't
is it
finish
Jenna
our thought.
Dubois?
Who?
Jenna Dubois passed away this week. That is from
Willona.
Good Times, Willona.
Yeah.
And was
Good
the
times.
grandmother on Wayans Brothers.
Yes, she was. Duh.
Fuck with her. Love her. I love fucking Good Times. Anybody who know me know I super fuck with Good Times. Love Alona.
Temporary layoffs.
Good times.
But yes,
Natural
may she
causes.
rest in peace.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think
And she sang the theme song on the Jeffersons.
really?
That's
Yup.
her.
Till we
Fire.
shit, I didn't know that.
Moving on up is
We're
her.
moving on up.
And that song ended up
To
being like
these
really big, right?
uh-huh.
Because
Hell
it then
yeah.
it was sampled on a couple of shit. I didn't know that. That's
Word.
awesome. Sorry. See shit that you don't be knowing.
Nah, she was lit. I fuck with Willona. Ho said most of these bros ain't got nothing on Willona. Niggas ain't know who he was talking about. I knew. Niggas know I fuck with it. Fuck with Willona. And they was about to do another good. Ain't they doing a Good Times reboot or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't they working on that? Not a reboot, but something they was doing. They were saying something about it, right? Am I making that up? Yeah. So
They're doing Good Times
shout to Willona, man.
on Channel 7. Like they
Yeah, because
did
I
with,
said like, yeah, I was like, if I'm not JJ, shit ain't valid.
yeah, they're doing it.
Yeah, nah, fuck with it.
Furthermore, B. Smith also passed away.
Yeah.
And she's like a lifestyle mogul, essentially, and a personality. But it was also old age and Alzheimer's. Well, it wasn't old age then if it was Alzheimer's.
She was only 70, right?
Only 70, yeah. So she had a whole 30 years left. Point taken.
Yeah, I want to be a. No, let me not say. Shut up.
No, like I might Walt Disney
Rest
my
in peace,
family.
Pop Smoke.
If I have money, I'm a Walt Disney my family. I'm gonna tell you that much.
What you mean, like freeze him and all that?
Yeah,
Yo, the
until we-
funny shit about that is, you know, that's not even true.
He's not frozen.
Nah, the company that started that shit launched on the same day that Walt Disney died, and the two stories got like fused over time, and that's where the thing. But Walt Disney isn't frozen. Like,
See?
yeah, like those two
When
stories
you go and
kinda
do
cross.
your due diligence, I
Yeah,
tell you.
because I was saying that shit too, but yeah, he's not frozen. But Ted Williams, they got his head frozen. His family froze his head. That baseball player.
Play for the Red Sox.
Yeah, there's a few
But
people
was there a
that do
reason
that.
behind? Why did they get just his head?
Because they want to
frozen?
like they didn't have the money for the whole body. I heard, so they just did that feeling like,
shit.
all right, fuck it. If we go, if you, all you really need is a head, like the rest of it we could do whatever. But I don't know. Honestly though, I'm good though. Like after I do
never
this,
thought about that.
after
That's
I do
might
this
be the
whole
cheaper way to
thing,
go.
listen. After I do this whole thing, I'm good, man. Let me
Use
go.
your head.
I told you I wanted Walt Disney, my family. I'm just.
I mean, with all this morbid talk, like I guess it's kind of started with, you know, like when Kobe passing. Like, you guys haven't thought about like the moment, like savoring moments, rather than I hear a lot of
You gonna give
celebrities
them
are putting stuff up, things like that. Like Dwayne Wade, it makes me think about his retirement. I'm not fuck your opinion podcast. I feel like his retirement. I get it; it was different, but it's a bit much.
What do you mean?
Like, I like Dwayne Wade. I like him. But, like, all right, dude.
All right, dude. What?
Like, it was just a lot. Like, like, as far as his retirement festivities, it's like, it's drawn out.
So we just sat down here and spoke about.
I like
giving
Dwayne Wade.
Give me a moment. We sit down here and we speak about giving people their flowers, right?
Yeah.
And when a person like arranges for them to like buy their own fucking flowers, and like for people to recognize their legacy in the way that they want to see it, we have a problem with it. Like, what y'all want from people in this world? What you want?
What Kobe did.
Like, you just want people to die.
No, I'm
You
talking
gotta
about when
stop
his
comparing
retirement-
people to like
his retirement.
Like, yo, Jesus did this. Niggas ain't come back to life after 3 days. It's like, yo, you
I
can't-
hear you, but
niggas ain't-
that's my
niggas ain't-
opinion.
And not even niggas
That's
know how I feel, but
That's
niggas ain't.
real, but you can't, in one breath, in my opinion, say that like, oh, we need to give people their flowers, and when people are in the face of tragedy, try to like create spaces so that people can celebrate their legacies while they're there.
What did
So
Dwayne
we-
Wade do in his
we-
retirement? What did he do?
All I said, I'm just saying, like, it's been a 3-day thing. Like, I just felt like it's different. I guess that's probably why I'm
What do you
feeling,
mean
I'm
it's
so
a 3-day
critical.
thing?
It's like he had a D Wade festive, which is giving back. I get that, but then like, the
Oh, in
whole-
Miami with the jersey retiring and all that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
everybody gets that.
It's
He
different.
didn't
The team
entertain you
retires
for
your
years,
jersey.
but
He
you
You
can't
also
celebrate
just
his-
dropped the song with
With
a
Rick
single
Ross.
with
Yeah,
Rick
that shit was pretty
Ross.
corny, but
That's what I'm saying.
but yo, he got time
I
on his
get
hands.
it.
He don't got shit to do.
That's what's up.
I don't got shit to do all day. Like, I used to play ball all
How
day.
old
Now I
is
don't
he?
got shit to do.
He's like 36,
Something
37.
like that. Yeah,
Oh,
bro, I'm chilling.
okay.
That's
Whatever.
what's up.
Let him
And-
rock out, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that shit is corny.
Do y'all think that he uses the situation with his son to market his single?
Absolutely.
Most likely.
I
Oh,
doubt
nah,
it.
nah, nah.
No, I don't think so. I think that because I think that they've had that. They've been talking about that for a long time now.
But I don't hold
I think it's
I don't
just
hold
something
nothing
that's
past
kept
these
him
celebrities no more, man.
I think they be using that shit as a like.
I'm sorry. Do
People
we
using that shit
do
to
we
be
not
cool.
do we not talk about specific topics to get clicks? Do we not want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
and I can
We're
still
using
saying-
our children.
Yeah,
though.
that's all I'm
That's
saying.
A difference.
I'm not saying that if I had
I
kids,
ain't
I
gonna-
wouldn't do that
Oh,
I'm
shit,
just
nah,
saying.
man. I got some
shit. If
jokes.
I
You by
had
yourself
kids,
on that
I
one.
might do that shit.
I'm not
I'm
doing that to
drawing
and
my
I
son.
can't
man.
wait till the day where I see you exploit your kid because y'all know y'all already exploit. I'm talking about, ooh, I gotta call out my kid sick.
I don't
That's
got
ex-
kids.
That's exploiting that kid shit already. So don't even
I
come
don't
to me
got
with that
kids.
shit.
Oh, you want
I
to do
don't
that?
got
Oh, you want to do that?
I'm
so
just saying.
I'm
that that is what humans do. However, if they witness
because
other humans
we
doing it the
have
way that they won't,
employers that
then I
want to
won't
know
do that.
any and everything, so you have
You
to
see what
give
I'm
them that
saying?
explicit information.
I'm not doing that.
No,
shit.
I'm saying that to say we sit down here and say I'm not gonna do that, like not with my kid.
That's a bad
but, like, we
example,
be doing
kid.
it. Nah, it's not a bad
That's
example.
not exploiting them.
That's some
No,
bullshit.
no.
When McCray had that, sorry y'all, but when Bryce was
Sorry,
going,
y'all,
right,
but it's me you're talking about.
I am talking about you.
You should say sorry, McCray.
Sorry, McCray. But when
Make
y'all
sure it's
know,
true.
we stay being late, right? We were always late. I stay late.
I'm
Make
black,
sure it's
yo,
true.
I
Right?
can't help it.
McCray has been consistently on time for this podcast. But
Absolutely.
y'all know the times when his ass is late, he'd be like, yo, y'all, Bryce.
But what if that's necessarily true?
That's
It could
true.
be true. I don't think that's.
What the fuck I need to lie
exploitation.
on my son for? Like, really? Come on. It's my boy.
I don't know. You already got mad hundreds of millions. And
What are you talking about?
Trying to get I'm talking about D-Wade.
I would love to have the hundreds of millions.
You
if
already
you
got
would.
hundreds of millions, and then you still
Negro,
on it.
look me in in my eye.
I'm looking at yes, my
I tell
son.
you.
Bumble clatter ass.
Your
no
ass.
hoe.
I talked to now. You remember that? Okay.
Yeah, me, I remember that too.
Oh, man.
I tell you. I
gotta
Can't
get my
sell
West
my
Indian
kid.
accent down. Me, I talk to you. Remember that? So I can hop in and out like y'all.
It's like, 'cause it's
McCray
like-
has a pretty good West Indian
No, he don't.
mock.
thank you very
I
much.
will not
We
go
have that on
supporting
record.
that. I will
Make
never go on record supporting that one.
mock.
sure your brother hears this. Make sure O'Neal hears this.
I'm good.
O'Neal, it's on record. I have a pretty decent Jamaican accent.
I said a pretty decent West Indian mock.
Hey,
of
I'll
an
take it.
accent.
Mock, I'll take it. Me Jafakin.
Me, yeah, you
Me
fake
Jafakin. Me go that Golden Cross.
I'm not participating.
Yo, I
in
want to
this.
do
I
that though.
appreciate
Fuck,
it.
if Drake can do it, I can do it.
I
Fuck
want to
outta
do
here.
that though. I want to see. I want to do something though. I want to see
Drake
who
McMillan.
has the best West Indian food in the Bronx. Which West Indian bakery?
Oh, the baker. Oh,
Before Golden
we
Crust,
should
it
make
was
that a
different.
thing.
Yes, I want to do that. But it's between not just
You
so
said
it's
what?
different things. We got to do between cocoa bread and beef patty. That's one thing. But then who has the best food?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Jackie's is one of my contenders for
Yeah.
best beef
Are
patty.
they in
cocoa bread.
Harlem?
But
Oh,
back
no.
in
They're
it-
in Bronx, the Bronx.
But back
'Cause
in
the Bronx
it-
has a West Indian neighborhood.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
know.
saying. Back in the
Big-
day, they used to be
big
different
Antigua-
ones.
Antigua
Now it's like
people are in the
Golden
Bronx,
Crust.
too.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Golden Crust them.
Yeah, we just paid
that's
homage
probably
to
the thing
B
that
Smith as well too.
Indian
So
people probably won't.
shout out Angelique.
Whatever.
We just did that too.
But I mean, what were we discussing?
So we need to go and do that.
That
Food sampling.
Do that.
We didn't spoke about food
Mid-
sampling on a
mid-
couple of
mid-
different
mid-
episodes.
mid-
And this is Black History Month. We definitely should have been. We should have been hitting up some soul
Two
food
things.
spots.
It's two spots though. I want to say Jackie's West Indian Bakery in it's on 225th in Baychester, or 233rd in Baychester, and then also Richie Rich is a popular one also, who makes good Jamaican food.
I guess.
Actually, I feel like I'm familiar with that.
Shout out to them
Richie
Peppers.
Rich.
Yeah.
He has a bunch.
Shout out to Peppers.
Peppers.
Yo,
That's in
Peppers Be
Brooklyn.
lit.
Peppers
Peppers in
them.
Brooklyn. Peppers be lit.
You are
Peppers have some
fake Bronx,
decent,
yo. You're
What
fake
happened?
Bronx, B.
How am I?
No,
fake
I gotta
Bronx?
support him with that one. Peppers is by the
Peppers
job.
is in Brooklyn.
Peppers is by the old job.
That's in Brooklyn though.
It's
Yeah,
by
it
the
is.
job.
I said in
It's
the Bronx,
definitely-
B.
But I don't know. I'm not in the Bronx.
He don't eat Caribbean food
You're
outside
fake Bronx, man.
Fisherman's
That's
Cove
crazy.
is my shit.
Hey.
That is the top
Where's
one
that?
in Brooklyn, no.
I'm not familiar.
Fisherman Cove.
on
One
Eastern Parkway in Utica.
Parkway and it's one on East. I fuck.
We
yo,
should go after the
Cove
show.
is
Fuck
Fucked
on
up
the
shit
Rockaway.
about it is they got good service, so that shit be fucking up the game. You
Really?
be in there feeling
Not
like,
the one that I go to.
oh, all right, nah.
Nah,
The one that I
because
go
they
to, but I
have.
love the people in them, and the one that I go to is right by. It's
have
right by
everything.
Empower.
One on Rockaway Parkway.
Let's
got
be
good
clear,
service,
there's
so it
no
be
good
feeling
service
like,
in
nah,
any West
that's
Indian
what I'm saying,
restaurant.
Nah,
They
Nah, Golden
all
Crust.
got
Well,
attitudes, B.
well,
Golden
well,
Crust is ass
What the
though.
fuck
That's
excuse
what I'm
me,
saying.
you want your food
They-
right now? You have to
They've
wait.
never
They don't
asked
do
you that,
that.
Ray, and they've never.
They're
they just
super
move at their
nice.
own pace.
Yeah,
They're super
completely
nice.
They're like,
ignore
oh, yeah, in a
you,
rush?
Take who?
Yeah, I want cocoa bread with that.
Nah.
There's a
Yeah,
new
alright.
one in the Bronx called Lashes
Green
that's
machine.
popping too.
Lashes.
Yeah,
Lashes.
they're popping. Like 3 a.m. popping.
And then you have like the what's on your plate.
Fix your plate.
The
Fix
what's
your-
on your
Fix
plate.
me
company
plate.
doesn't
Fix
do
your
that.
plate.
You play ain't West Indian
But you know,
food.
yes, it
That's
is.
just- nah, no, it ain't.
Yes,
That's
it
just-
is.
That's just buffet shit. That's
So how
just
they got a
You
name
have to
called
fix
Fix
your
Your
own
Plate?
plate.
Ain't that like? Damn.
We'll find a
I'll be
name.
quiet.
Fix your plate ain't West Indian food. That
Fix
shit
your
just
plate.
like-
It sounds West Indian.
Salute. We live right now. Say what's up to my live.
What up,
What
y'all?
up?
Yo, fuck your opinion podcast.
Fuck
you
Your
already know what
Opinion
it is.
Podcast.
I said, let me
Fuck
just
that.
go live for the people.
Yeah.
The people, them.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, are we off?
In the spirit of
We off it.
transitioning.
Let's transition.
So McCray has this topic around like rapper lives and whether or not they matter. What is it that
Lives
you
or
wanna-
lives?
Their lives.
Lives.
What did you want to accomplish?
No, I
with that
just
discussion?
because I posed a question earlier because it made me think about Pop Smoke, and also I was referencing the I have it right here with 2 Chainz, and he was just talking about where is it at? Oh, he said success is dangerous. You sure you
Happy
want this
birthday,
shit?
Sammy.
So he says he been shot at in San Francisco, got arrested in Maryland, L.A., New York, and
Who's
and
this?
Oklahoma.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Okay.
He had a so-called standoff with police in Oklahoma.
Wait, what?
Cali spot got broken into 4 times, all on tape, and one of them even left their phone. All since I've been a rapper. You literally gotta pray that you make it home safe. But then you're not even safe at home. My
Facts.
condolences.
Nah, it's real
Unfortunately,
shit.
it's facts.
It's real
That's
shit.
how we treat each other.
'Cause-
And then a lot of guys chalk it up to that's the way it is.
When you're a celebrity,
I
though,
wonder
when
if-
you're in the
No,
public
not just a
eyes, like,
celebrity,
it's
but
not-
just the
it's
fact
coming
that that's
from-
how we are. It's a dog eat dog. It's a like quote unquote like.
That's how
I
it
know
is.
people growing up, right? That I learned this actually. The jukes is a way of life, like meaning like that's how niggas make their money.
Because people don't have shit. But what I'm saying is the jukes is like from people that are getting money within, you know, drug dealers, rappers, people that in the public eye. But like them niggas in Silicon Valley ain't getting run up on in LA. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
It's like,
are.
You in the,
Not run up on. No.
Nah, ain't nobody really doing that. This shit, you're a public
No.
figure. I know who you are. You're coming.
No.
You're gonna walk around with
The-
$1 million
no.
worth of jewelry
What you mean?
on. I'm coming to get
No,
you.
the rappers become targets by other black people.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
let's be clear though. In LA, everyone's house is getting ran into. It's not just black rappers that's getting ran into.
Has anybody tried?
That's
Jay
a
yet?
hustle. That's a hustle.
Jay-Z, like,
Hove got spots in LA.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like there are
don't
some
know.
people, because you guys alluded to this gentleman accidentally showing his address.
I mean,
on-
maybe we need to move differently. That's all. I mean,
Nah, you
maybe
definitely
they gotta move different.
You
'cause I
gotta
feel
move
like-
mili-
He put his
militant.
He literally put his address on fucking Instagram. Bam, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like,
He said, I'm
bro, son, this is where I'm gonna be sleeping tonight. Like when you in a foreign city.
Yeah, but
when
let's be
when you
clear.
repping a
Regardless,
gang,
though, niggas knew he was there. Regardless, there's
Yeah.
all them young dudes moved out there. Regardless, they knew he was
But
there.
niggas didn't
He
know
was
your
set up. No, but he
address.
was set up by his people. Yo, you can't deny that.
I don't know, but see, I heard a lot of people saying, "Yo, he was set up. He was set up."
And I think he was on live.
My nigga, you put your address online. Like I can't attribute it to a setup when you literally tweeted out
You
your
do know that
address.
you can get people's address though if you really want to though.
But what I'm saying,
I can
is-
put your name in and find your address. I can pay $25 to go do that. You know that, right?
how.
How?
Yeah,
Once
as
your
a
name
matter-
comes
actually, I
up, they
Googled
have
myself.
sites.
Oh my God,
they
my
have
address
sites
just
that
came
all
up.
you have to pay is $25
I Googled
to get more
myself.
information.
I
Oh, but
Googled
what I'm saying
myself
is-
this week, and my addresses from the past couple of years
Yes,
are
they come
all
up.
on Google.
I feel
Google-
you.
So you have
Yo,
to manage, you definitely have to
Google
manage
yourself.
that
What
shit.
I'm saying is, I don't even think that wasn't his home address. That was like
No.
an Airbnb situation. One, two. If
Yeah.
you are a rapper like that, your shit should not be booked under your name. Because that's number one. You never check in the hotels under your name. You never book
that's when
where
you're
you're
still
staying under your
thirsty. You
name.
want
Three,
attention.
you don't put your fucking address on the internet for niggas to see, man. Not to say you can't be gotten, because
Did they
anybody
say?
could get
Did
got.
he do it inadvertently though?
It was he was getting a
He did it.
bag from
He did
Mary's.
He
was
did
getting
it, but not only him though. His little brother, also boldly posted the space, all
That
the
pic
info.
with
This is
the-
like a
with the address.
$1 million rental, the square feet and all that. The address, he posted it on his story.
Yeah, I mean, not to say you're not a target. Like I said, niggas got Shaq. I just found this shit out relatively recently.
They
within the
all
last
get
year.
got,
niggas
yo.
Had Shaq
What?
laid out on the floor in LA. Like,
Even
yo,
in New
give me
York,
all of that.
even in
It
Harlem.
don't matter. They looking for you.
Yeah.
But you don't tell niggas where you are.
They
You
got-
don't give niggas the keys to the. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get me, get me. Do your due diligence. Stake me out. Do whatever. But I ain't gonna put my shit online for you to come get me. And then if you
Nah,
if I do
niggas
shit
like,
on my
yo,
online-
I sent the Addy. We pulling up.
I mean, that's just unfortunate. 'cause
Sometimes
you-
people just
yeah.
live in excitement because like, and
Who
I
got
say
the
that because like I
skills
be.
to pop this open?
You don't
Is
be
that
like,
yours?
I
mindful.
can-
I think you don't
I'm
be
a smooth
mindful.
My
user,
guy.
But then again, bro, you a Crip nigga from New York out in
You gotta
LA.
think.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. Because this back tooth, I be ready. Be like,
I
"Look,
thought you was gonna do some G shit.
Yeah, this is G shit, bro. Shit.
you damn right.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Not quite G shit. Not quite G shit.
I could just close this shit back up.
Nah, I appreciate that.
You see, power. I tell you.
How? How? Q, damn. Everything ain't gotta be.
I mean, you just asserted
you.
your power in telling her that you were.
I would have
gonna
did the
back
same
up.
thing for Reef. I would have said the same thing.
I
Don't-
never said it was gender specific. So maybe you.
Cause I know, cause I know what you're doing.
Nope,
I know what you're
It
doing.
wasn't my intent.
It is
Maybe
your
you need
intent.
maybe you need to reflect. There's something going on with
Oh,
me that I, you know, have no role
If you
in.
don't go someplace,
saying.
I'm lit though. I'm not gonna front. I'm lit. It's not even.
Good.
What time is it?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
It's 3
I'm
o'clock.
lit off the
did we talk about
rose and the whiskey.
Did we talk about power? We didn't talk about power.
We
We
did.
touched upon it
Who
last
killed
week,
him?
which is what made me interested.
Tariq.
The
His
kid.
kid.
His son.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So
I knew
Which
that.
is fucking whack,
I knew
yo.
that.
I
How
knew
you
that.
fucking kill your pops for like?
And
Why
then
he
he's gonna
killed
have a
him?
spinoff.
Cause like he was slapping
I
him up.
mean,
This doesn't make
No,
sense.
he kills him because basically, what it should show men though he essentially he felt the way about him leaving his mom and his family for Angela.
And his dad was about to give him up. His dad was about to ask him to turn himself in for murder.
Right. When he told him that he was going
Tariq
to take
killed
the blame.
somebody.
Tariq killed the guy who killed his sister.
Before
And the father
he had
said
the
that he
whole
was going to
lieutenant
take
governorship.
the rap.
So
And
Ghost said he was going to take the killing.
said he was gonna
Before
take
the whole
Decided-
lieutenant governorship.
Before now he was becoming governor or whatever.
Oh, so
And-
Tariq was about to go to jail for life.
But he said he
No,
was going.
he got the power to get
Yeah.
him
Help
out.
him.
Like he's 16, he sought revenge. He could have got him out.
However, this kid sees a dad who left the family, and he's like, everything you did has been like a move for yourself. So I don't know if I can trust
he
that
be
you
saying lies, yes.
I think it was symbolic to 50
here's the thing,
and his
though.
son.
But here's the thing, though.
Did y'all start watching
All
that?
he had to do, though, Ghost was never. This is my problem with Ghost. Ghost never communicated with his family.
Rest in peace, Ghost.
He made these decisions without just saying, "I got y'all."
That's
When
always the problem.
That's the
That's
problem.
always
because
the issue.
people watch what you
Always
do
the
in
issue.
general, not only your family, but people watch what you do and just assume you don't got them.
I disagree.
How you disagree?
Because I feel like every time they interacted with Ghost, they put him in a corner to get him on his defenses, and then that's when he unleashed.
No, I think he
felt
was always
like-
a jackass.
No.
I don't think so. I disagree.
Remember the last
Tells me a
episode
lot.
before he died, he was an asshole to everybody.
Because
Oh no!
Think
so
about
I have
that.
a different interpretation of
I don't
that
think so.
episode
How?
now. What I didn't realize is that all of those episodes were from the perception of like the person who was receiving the information.
yeah, the perspective from the person.
It was all of that. All of those episodes were from the perspective of the person. So forgive me. I need to go back and look
Yeah, you should.
because Tasha's scene was different from Ghost's scene.
Let's go back.
So it makes you wanna like.
no, when in Ghost's scene, he was an asshole.
But he never called, like, so for instance, like, you see the last scene when he called Tasha, like, he was like, oh, you nothing but a half smart chicken head?
Yeah.
He didn't say that in his episode to her.
And he actually goes back and circles back and he
I
apologizes.
don't remember him being as mean as he was in her episode to her as she received it, which is, like, so critical about
No, he
communication.
was, though, because
He wasn't. Not to Tasha. He was an asshole to Tate. I remember that. Like,
he was an
nobody's business.
asshole. This is why
Tate
it
deserved
became
that shit.
predictable.
He did.
He was an asshole to all of his ops on the day he died. He basically said, "You ain't shit. You need my help, nigga. Fuck you. You ain't shit,
He
bitch.
did.
You was a chicken
Like he
head.
did.
Fuck you. You ain't shit, nigga. Fuck you." And
is
that's
why
why
his
it
death
led up to
wasn't
him.
that-
Exactly.
That's why I was like,
he
oh, okay.
basically shitting on everybody. Like, I'm on my way to be governor.
Because
Fuck y'all
he
niggas.
before he shot Tariq, he was like, "You really think I'm gonna get myself up?" I was like, oh,
Wait, he
bitch.
shot the kid?
I mean, before
Nah,
Tariq
Tariq
shot
shot
him.
him.
Oh.
Tariq was like, "Oh,
And he
Dad, you
said
really
to his
want me?
own son,
you really
like-
want me to give myself up?" He was like, "Oh, you think I was gonna do it?" Like,
Yeah,
look
like
at the
nigga,
look
I'm
around
about
the
to
room.
be,
I'm
nigga,
about to be
I'm about
governor.
to be governor, nigga. What the fuck
Like,
is your problem?
yeah,
like,
you
But
gonna
he
do it.
told him, like, I got you.
no, this is what I'm trying
But
to
not
say.
in the same. But you can't do that in the same breath where you saying
Communication,
like,
though.
oh,
Makes sense.
like
I'm
Negro,
trying
you
to say
think I'm about to do this shit?
communication. As a father,
Yeah.
leading a family, even on the outs with the mother of your children, communication says, "Hey guys, I know I'm doing this, that, and the third, but don't worry, I got you. This is my plan. I'm gonna get power as governor or whatever." So Tariq, he
Yeah.
never told Tariq directly, "You need to turn yourself in." Tariq found out third party. First of all, this is one of my principles. I hate finding out info that I should find out from you, third party. That's a sin to me. You should have told me.
I mean, but not if it's your parent, because it's his two
Definitely
parents.
as a parent. No. Tariq found out
Tariq
third
should've
party that his father was going to turn. That his father suggested that he should turn himself in. Ghost never told him as a father, "Hey, son, here's my plan. You should turn yourself in. I'm going to get this power, and I got you every step of the way." What happened was, as a son, he found out from either Tommy or Tate that that Ghost was like, not, basically, you need.
I
need
thought
to
he
do
found
that.
out from Tasha, which is why it didn't seem as hard for me. I thought Tasha found out from Tate that that would have
Either
been part of
way,
the plan.
even
but I
her,
thought, but for
even
me,
her.
like
No,
for me, it
but
would
I'm
have been easy to
saying
receive it because they're
direct
both parents.
communication. No, even her.
Even with
I
that.
shouldn't find out from Tate that my ex-husband is going to turn my son in. My
He
ex-husband
wasn't though.
No, you know what I mean. I'm saying I shouldn't find out third party that this is your plan. direct. As the leader of a household, you as the father should be saying to your ex-wife and to your son, here is my plan. I'm running for governor, right? Son, you need to turn yourself in. I can get you out because I'm going to have that power. Basically, it matters that he found out third party and not from his father. He basically, the last episode, he confronted his father like, so you want me to turn myself in? And he's like, yeah, son, I think that's the best thing you should do.
He was about to get caught. Like, it
No.
was getting hot. Like, it was about to
She was getting hot.
It was getting hot.
It was hot for
He
everybody.
was going to get caught.
See, I guess I received that differently because he found out from, like, I still saw it, like, amidst the same thing, but I thought that Tasha was the one who delivered it. So I was just like,
It was
I
inevitable.
didn't see that as, but, like, Ghost was also a jerk to everybody before he passed away. What's funny is that
Everybody
Tommy's the only
said,
one.
here go Q.
Who said that?
Somebody.
What's their name?
He said,
You know that my name is Q.
here goes Q. He tunes in.
They gonna
Shout out to my guy, Kay. He said, oh, man, here goes Q.
Mind your business. That's how I feel. Ain't nothing wrong with my opinion.
It's a
No, it's
fucked up
not.
opinion.
It's not.
I don't care.
But I'm just saying, it was inevitable. He was going to die. Like,
No,
he was
but
going to die.
as
It was
the
inevitable.
leader, no, but he didn't have. He really.
It was inevitable.
This is why it became predictable, right? Because in that episode, in everyone's episode, he was an asshole.
Rightfully
He
so.
started feeling himself. Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, fuck you. I'm about to be governor. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck you.
and-
Why not? And it was all trying to
But
kill
what's
him.
funny?
Fuck
But what's
that.
funny
No.
is what's funny because from his
that. Team
perspective,
goes.
he has all of them in his mind. Hear me out. From his
Oh, yeah,
perspective,
yeah.
because I feel like
But he didn't
I feel as
communicate
though
that,
I
though.
served in roles or like in roles in my life where that is the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective, I feel like I have your back, and I feel like every decision is going to be in the best interest of you and what I know,
But
right?
communication
But
is
communication
essential.
is key. Oh, I 100% agree,
Okay.
right? And it's not to say that he didn't communicate because even in those
But he
facets of life,
did.
He did.
hear me out. Hear
Okay.
me out. Even so, because communication is just not what is delivered. It's also about the manner in which it's delivered, like the sensitivity around that, and people take that away.
And timing.
People think, and like all of that, right? The manner,
Because-
tone, timing, like the language that you end up using, all of that shit.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but people were trying to kill him every episode. So I'm sorry if, like, hey, son, I want you to take the rap, but I got you.
He didn't tell
The
his
thing
son.
he
is,
did
what,
the
but
last
what he
episode.
what he
He
doesn't
told
recognize
his
is that
son when his son
Backside.
confronted him.
What he doesn't recognize-
as a father, right? You can't. Your son came to you after finding out from his mother that you were going to throw him under the bus.
I'm sorry, Tariq. There's no justification for
hold
Tariq.
up. No, Tariq. This is why I'm not saying it justifies him killing his father. I don't respect it, right? But this is why he had a case. He already felt abandoned. It kind of highlights how children feel when a parent leaves the family. He made a
not
point to
even,
bring it up. He
just
said,
that.
you cheated. He said, you left us for Angela.
Sure did.
Got you. You're right.
So
Communication.
Sure did.
his shot was out
Got
of
it.
emotion. It
Sure
was like,
was.
damn, my father abandoned me and my mother. So they can
And
fuck
then-
you.
then
and
jacked
then
her up
now,
last
and then
week.
hold up.
Yep.
And then now you
Got
want
it.
you want me to take the rap? I gotta go to jail.
After my sister
After-
died,
After
like,
I
took care of the
revenged-
Negro who
I
did it?
avenged my sister's
Death.
death.
Which is what you taught
told
me.
Which I learned from you. You told me that, yo, son, I got you.
sure did. And all of them kept saying that shit.
Then I'm trying to tell you third party info. Then I find out third party, not from you, that your whole plan is you ride off into the sunset because you have to think about how people look at you when you're doing what you're doing.
Who told him, though?
Told him what?
Who told him that Ghost's plan?
Two people did.
To
not
give
just
him up?
Tasha,
His mother.
Tommy
mom.
too though.
But think about during those times, they were both at what? They were both at odds
But
with
it wasn't.
Ghost.
It wasn't.
I mean,
no,
but like,
Yes, it
but
was.
I'm also
told
at
in-
odds that you telling me that you want my kid to confess to a murder over our daughter's death that wouldn't have happened if we weren't in the game.
But it's all about context, right? We talk about that a lot. Think about this when he was.
No, I get it, but
when
you
he
just
was
can't.
telling.
You just can't see the.
Wait,
You
somebody
can't
said-
see the
But when
importance
he
of
was,
context.
but when,
Hold up. Somebody said that.
You
Nah,
can't only
Rain,
see-
you wrong. They all realized he wasn't as grimy as they thought. For example, what about Tommy's angle on Ghost?
Towards the
Tommy
end.
was the only one who realized that he was in his
Shout out to
grimy.
Dub the Phenom. Tommy also told. My point is what I'm trying to say, Dub, is the fact that you cannot get pertinent information not from the source. If you do me dirty,
of
right?
course.
Case in point.
That's not.
I should be hearing from you.
that I fucked up.
Right, I shouldn't hear from my homegirl, yo, Reef did you dirty. He shitted on you. You should tell me, as a son to a father, I shouldn't be hearing from my mother or from your homeboy, your best friend, that you are going to, that your whole plan to turn me in.
But
that matters, yo.
But I also think,
as a kid, come on, son.
But I also think Ghost already knew the type of time that Tariq was on. That's why I think he kind of moved in that way. You know what I'm saying? Because like for
what
one,
type of time? That's your fucking son.
don't matter. First off,
That's your fucking son.
Nah,
what type of
fuck
time?
outta here.
That's my son, nigga.
He's trying to kill him. Fuck out of here.
No,
You no longer a son of mine if you're trying to take my life.
When did he realize?
Bryce,
sorry.
When?
I'm sorry.
When?
I'm
Bryce
sorry.
Garland.
When did he
Save
realize?
yourself.
I'm sorry.
Fuck if you trying to kill me.
So forgive me.
All
forgive
bets
me.
is off.
Forgive me though, because we also sat down here and speak
That
about.
was the realest scene when he had
Somebody-
we
But
woke him up.
we speak about
with the gun?
like adult responsibility
Go
and
ahead.
cultivating the lives of
When
children.
did he
right?
find out that Tariq was trying to kill him?
I mean, when Tariq was standing in front of his ass with the gun.
So that's not valid.
What you mean it's not valid?
Understand what I'm saying. This is the principle, right? You cannot hear information from third parties
I
that
get
you
that.
should hear from direct sources. So as a father, Tariq, that's his son. I'm saying that he reacted emotionally because he thought, damn, you are going on to your new life. You already abandoned me and my mother and my sister by fucking with this. Hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that that's why he killed him, because of abandonment. And then you don't even consult me to tell me this is your plan. I don't know that you got me because I'm watching you. Yeah. You a fucking liar to me. You lied to everybody. So I'm saying as an adult, Gold should have told his son, this is my plan. I'm going to become governor. I need you to turn yourself in. I'm going to get you out because I got the power to. All you got to do is believe in me. He never did that.
He did say that because that sounds familiar.
He did that.
Not in the same way.
He did
Tone
that.
is important.
Hold up. He did that after Tariq confronted him with the info. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't receive pertinent info third party. That's a rule of mine. If I'm fucking with a dude, right, and we bonding, we building, and you don't tell me that you was a hoe your whole entire life, right? You don't tell me that.
Yeah.
But then some broad comes to me like, homeboy is a hoe, right? He done fucked everyone.
Whoa!
It's the same shit. I need to hear from you because you trying to fuck with me. It's pertinent info. Hey, Rain, yo, I was a hoe in my last life.
I hear you on that.
I shouldn't hear from my homegirl.
I hear you on
you
that.
was a hoe. Then I come to you like, yo, you was a hoe?
It's hard. I hear you on that, but as far as the father-son relationship, like I often tell the kids, is once you lose the trust of your parents, it's hard to get that shit back.
Abandonment. Someone said it's not off of abandonment. Ken, get out of here. It's off of abandonment because Tariq felt like he abandoned his.
But hear me out. Remember when? And I agree with you to the point where you said communication, because I do feel like he should have.
Which is the biggest, is the one thing that holds our entire community down. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I have a moment.
Well, hopefully I remember
after
my
you're
moment.
done, go ahead.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, my bad.
Bumba-clad-ass. So,
Bumba-clad.
So you think about? I agree with you to the point where communication. I agree that.
No,
Tasha should have also communicated.
You can't hear from.
I hear you. Hear me out. Look, Tasha should also communicated. I'm not.
I want to talk about
this.
Hold up.
Wait.
I'm
because I'm kind
You
of
said
like.
that though, right?
Because I'm kind of like Team Tasha a little bit.
Oh, are you? I can't.
But hear me out. But hear me out.
No, somebody said that we giving Tariq a pass once his sister got killed.
Oh, Tariq should have been gone.
He should have been canceled.
Oh, he should have been. I've been saying that. I've been on record on the show saying that.
Time ago.
All right.
But it also speaks.
But
the biggest thing, the biggest message in power is how the shit that we do as adults. Like how that rubs off on children and how that perpetuates.
I think it's.
So we talk about Tariq, but the reality is Tasha and Ghost bears a lot of responsibility for.
You're right, and I say with Tasha, I feel like we kind of spiraled also with the first episode when he was just like he wasn't trying to be the biggest drug dealer in New York anymore, right? So at that moment, hear me out.
The governor.
I'm on you.
Hear me out. So
all right.
He didn't want that, so that's when he kind of fell out of love with.
I like
You
that
know?
salmon
With
hoodie
his
you have
ass.
on.
It's actually Mauve.
Wow, that's
That's
not
not
wild.
Mauve.
That's
not
That's
wild.
not, that's not Mauve.
That
Mauve
ain't
is more of a
mauve.
tannish
That
color.
ain't mauve.
It's mauve.
Let this guy know
Mauve.
that his
Mauve.
hoodie is not mauve.
It's not.
It's
like 10
not.
different shades.
That's salmon. Salmon.
It's one.
your
it's
opinion.
one
That's
shade.
not mauve, yo.
Yes, it is.
Mauve is
No,
darker than
mauve
that,
has
bro.
more purple.
I honestly don't give a fuck what color.
It's not mauve. You trying to be
Yeah.
Jay right now? Fuck out of here, nigga. You having the Queens? You having the Queens fitted trying to be Jay?
It's actually navy
Or
blue.
Cam.
No, it's Queens. It's not. It's not the Yankees. It's
I'm
just the
trying to
Mets.
be Cam.
Oh no, it was yellow. Never mind. Ignore me.
I want you all
I'm
to
gonna need you
let
to stop.
him know that his
You know,
hoodie is not
just-
mauve.
It's mauve. Mauve.
All my fashionistas on deck right now. Whoever's on tuned in, I want you to let McCray know that his hoodie
Mauve.
is not.
I'm going with mauve.
It's not mauve.
But,
Isn't that
um,
closer to
Mauve is
the
a
color
little
of
bit
coke,
darker,
though?
bro.
I'm sorry?
Mauve
Is
the
it called
color-
mauve?
It's
It's
closer
mauve.
to,
Yeah, like
I
mauve.
thought-
actually,
Yeah, like you know, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a
No, but your
Simpsons.
man Jay said it's mauve.
It's mauve. It's a Simpsons episode where Milhouse is the Mauve Avenger. That's how I always knew it. That kind of, yeah,
Thank you.
M-A-U-V-E.
Mauve, mauve.
But
It's
Shout out to
pronounced
my
mauve.
dude. See, when y'all have your real names, I can't think of your rap names. But shout out to my dude Ian. He just said it's salmon, yo.
Yeah, mauve is darker.
thanks,
than that.
Ian. Okay.
He's a fashionista.
Nah, mauve
Shout out
is
to my
darker than that, bro.
fashionistas.
Deadass.
Thanks
I
for
know
your
my
opinion,
Mauve is
Ian.
darker than that. It's like a little more purplish. To
Nah,
mauve.
but back to the point.
Ian,
I
can't
think,
even think of your rap name. Right?
but I think like with when she said that, I think I kind of changed the trajectory of the show and where the family lied because he knew that he wasn't.
Can we
he wasn't
refute
that
this right here,
anymore.
though?
What
I'm
happened?
glad because I knew Cash. He couldn't help his fucking self. And this is what I want to refute. He said Tasha was the blame for all of this.
Of course, you
No,
guys
he's
always
not.
blame.
Yeah.
Y'all always blame
Blame the
black
black
women.
women.
You
Exactly.
always blame black women, you bitch ass.
Yo,
Sorry.
fuck out of here, Cat. He said because she wants
are
Ghost to
fictional
be a drug
characters.
dealer. No,
Right.
fuck out of here. We're not gonna blame.
Do we
Tasha.
talk about the women?
Representative for how it's very
Tasha,
representative for how the world
Tasha
treats
was
black
a
women.
ride or die
She
chick,
sure
yo.
fucking was. Not only was she right
Fuck
at that,
outta here,
she created their
Cash.
She
operational
was
structure
not.
as it relates to finance. So if it wasn't for her half smart ass, they would have never figured out how to wash money in the first place.
Was she
bitches.
really that smart?
Shout out to Fly King.
Actually,
That's
she-
what it is, Fly King.
Ooh, you see?
Was
Only
she really that
episode of
smart?
Power
And it is
Episode.
black men like you who think that you are pro-black.
You hear this? You hear this?
No. Hear me out. Ooh, I'm about to done him real
Tasha,
quick. Can I done him?
Tasha was
Let
a
me done
ride
him.
or die chick, yo.
She didn't even let me finish my
any-
point. They
any-
didn't let me finish my
Somebody
point.
said that we keep cutting you off. Nikki, get out of here.
Thank you, Nikki.
Oh, Nikki,
Thank
you're
you.
a woman.
Because Nikki, we don't give a
Show
shit about what
Nikki.
he has to say.
Thank you.
Because Nikki,
Thank
the
you.
shit that he has to
Thank
say,
you.
it ain't worthwhile.
Fuck out of here, Nikki.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's all I needed. Somebody to know. Thank
So,
you.
damn, I don't have the same energy that I had when I wanted to done you. But hear me out.
You see what
What
black
I want
women
to
do?
say
They want to
about
done the
black
black
men-
men.
In, like, society over the period of time.
Good.
And, like, as we continue to evolve as a society, I recognize that black women do not carry all of the burdens of the world. I feel like it's definitely more complex than that because the type of humans that exist have evolved over the world.
Tasha's fucked up.
Because you guys normally, just like you guys thought that Gayle King and Oprah are fucked up, right? When
Let me tell you why she's fucked up, though.
Uh-oh.
Can I tell you why she's fucked
Uh-oh.
up? She's
Well,
fucked
clearly you don't want me to finish.
Yeah,
so
because
I'm
you cut
gonna
me
let
off.
you
Because
finish.
I cut you
All
off.
right,
No,
go
because you cut me off earlier.
Carry on.
So I will carry on. So carry on then. So she fucked up. She fucked up when. You know what I'm saying? When she's kind of like stifled his growth. Like he didn't want to become a drug dealer.
stifled his
That was
growth?
from season one,
She
though.
didn't tell him. She didn't tell him to not
finish.
carry on.
Like once she made that clear that that's what she saw for his future, she didn't like go back. She didn't backtrack. She said, "Well, you know what? Let's see what the club do." But you should
Because
always...
he never gave her the feedback to say, like, sweetheart,
Yes,
that's
he
not
did.
what my goal is.
Yes,
now,
he
actually,
did.
Actually, the first time, and
He did.
I promise you this, that I can support that. The first time that
don't
Ghost
promise.
shared with Tasha that he had a problem with her comment was that last episode.
Facts.
That is
Facts.
the
Not
only
a
time.
fact.
That is the only time that he shared his concern with Tasha.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
He
I
used that
I
to
saw
cheat.
the dichotomy in
He
that.
didn't use that.
No,
Yes,
to
he
cheat.
did.
No, he did
Yes,
not.
he did.
Yes,
No,
he
he
did.
did.
Yes, he did.
Of
I
course.
promise you he
I'm
did.
gonna tell y'all this.
How you
right?
know?
Hold
I
up,
promise
hold
you
up,
he did.
Hold up,
I promise you he
hold
did.
up, hold up. I'm
Got
gonna tell
it.
you this.
Just like
First
there's a
season, right? I was one of the few women that was anti-Tasha because she didn't support him.
Tasha always
and
was
his
with you,
dream.
girl.
Hold up, but his dreams to transition. I saw that from season one. Ghost never really told her
Show didn't. What his goals were.
Until-
he told that shit to Angie. You never told that
until
shit
he
to Sasha.
got to the governor's status. He never said to her, he shitted on her. And I want to add, it was fucking whack that he didn't leave her shit in his fucking will. The nerve of you,
what black
nigga.
women-
Good for
The
her.
nerve of him.
That's just
Good
like,
for
but
her.
that's like Snoop calling Gayle King a bitch, though, right? That's
No,
what
no,
that's what black
nah.
women. That's what black men do to. That's what black men do to black women. Black women will always sit down there and be dedicated to their race. And sit down there and want to go date within their race.
How you
Black
dedicated
men-
to your race when
Black
you
men is
throwing
the
somebody
first.
that's black
Black men is
underneath?
the first.
Listen.
Oh, Nikki
You-
We're only
said- she
responding
wants
to
hear
the
you.
maltreatment of black men over
If
the
you
years.
black-
We're only now
If
responding
you-
to it.
if you
But
black-
y'all been shitted on black women, and that's why That's why.
How did he?
You could
shit
be
on
black and
Tasha?
wrong. You could be black and wrong. Being black is not an
can
excuse
be.
to
Thank
say
you.
you can never be wrong. R. Kelly's fucking wrong. I don't give a fuck whether
Agreed.
you black, white, purple, nothing. Gayle King, you're not gonna use that protect black people card when you shitting on black people yourself. That's what everybody's mad at. You trying to throw us under the bus. You can't then play that card of protect all black people. Nah, bitch, you not protecting black people. So you don't get to use
let me
that
ask
shield
you a question.
now.
Let me ask
You
you a
don't get to use
question.
that unity shield
Can
because
you
you
please-
shitting on our heroes.
Can you please share with me?
So we offer power.
Please name the
Okay.
instances, the number of instances in which you can recollect
I'll
that
share my
Gayle
thoughts
King
next
has
show.
shitted on black
Kobe
men.
Bryant. This is what we're
that the
talking
only
about.
one?
I don't care what else.
R.
No,
Kelly.
no.
R. Kelly.
Whoa, whoa.
Harpo's,
Hear me out.
Harpo's
Is that
energy.
the only one?
Harpo's.
R. Kelly.
Oh, so now we're blaming Oprah for all black issues.
No.
That's what you just
No,
did
no.
by bringing
I
Oprah into
didn't-
this when we're talking about Gayle.
I didn't say anything. I said 2 words, and then when I got
You
2
said
words,
Harpo.
I said Harpo's energy, and then 2 words. Everybody started coming in on what I'm saying.
Because you went to Oprah.
I said Harpo's energy, and then everyone started before I could even finish.
I got you, bro.
Harpo's energy for the last couple years has been somewhat negative towards black men. So the fact that this is the umbrella that you're kind of under and the group that you're affiliated with, forgive us for kind of attributing that energy towards you. So then when you come out 48 hours after one of our heroes dies and you try to belittle his 20-year career over a little blip, like he's not a black man in America that you can't get a false rape charge like so many successful black men in the past have done, and you try to belittle his career and 20 years to that, we're gonna get you. You can't use the old black people unity shield when you're trying to shit on black people. Nah, it don't work both ways. You can't. Like, you could be black and you could be wrong. R. Kelly's black and he's a fucking scumbag. You wrong, bro. You can't say, well, black men don't shit on. Nah, bro. Wrong is wrong is wrong.
Tasha was black and she was wrong.
I think my big point here is that so this is the one thing that you've been able to name to me that Gayle has done wrong. 1, 2. You naturally associated with Gayle with Oprah in the same way that white supremacists associate all black, like one black act with all blacks. So I guess it's okay for us to do that.
Nah, that's like
That's what you
saying
did.
no.
I
That's
guess
like
it's
saying
okay.
no. No.
Can't hear.
There's a correlation between you and the company that you work for. There's no correlation.
I'm
between
sorry, she was with
Barack
CBS. She's with CBS. She with CBS. She not with Harpo.
So what is
Har-
it?
she
man.
no.
What-
Don't
what-
want me to come on. Like,
I'm
if you-
creating this. I'm creating this. That
What I'm
Gayle
saying-
King has
what y'all
Oprah
did,
energy.
what you did. I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
But what are we arguing here?
It is fucked up.
I would say. I said.
It's fucked up to impose Oprah's belief on Gayle just because they're
Okay.
best friends. I understand that they
So
are two
erase
different
all of that.
women,
Throw
so
all
it's
of that-
important that we treat those two things separately.
Okay, I'll throw all of that out the window. Let's throw the Michael Jackson shit out the window. Let's throw the R. Kelly shit out the window. Even though I feel like that may have been a slight towards black men.
So
But like
if
I
you're
said,
evaluating
wrong is
her
wrong
just
is wrong.
on
Wrong is wrong is
Kobe's
wrong. I'm
situation-
evaluating you on one situation. You came and threw one of our black men under the bus, so you then cannot
she
use
deserve
that
to be
black
condemned?
people. Did she deserve to be condemned
for
and
that
get death
one
threats?
circumstance.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so then Kobe deserves to be
call you
condemned
a
for the
bitch?
assault for that one circumstance.
He was
Come
already
the fuck on,
condemned.
y'all.
He was already
For an
condemned.
accusation
Y'all-
that was
y'all
not
treat black
true.
women differently.
No,
People-
for an
It ain't even in
accusation.
this
No.
particular situation, I feel like that was treated
Nobody
differently.
accused Gayle of saying that. I heard a fucking recording of you saying that.
What you accused
No,
her of
Kobe
was her
was
intent.
accused
But you
and
were
was
accused of
found not
intent.
guilty. You
But
weren't
he was
accused, Gayle. I listened to a video
He was
and
accused
watched
of
the words
rape.
come out your mouth.
He was accused of rape, which I guess in that moment was an interpretation of a sexual act. He had sex with her. She
somebody
interpreted
said
as rape.
OMGQ.
Come on,
I'm-
man.
Look,
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
You're not gonna
Sorry
use
if
the
I'm-
black people
Sorry if I'm
shield,
forcing
man.
y'all to think. Sorry if I'm
outta
going to
here.
force
I
you
like
guys
that.
to think.
Fuck outta here.
Sorry
Think
if
about
I'm
what?
forcing you to think.
About what?
But hear
Somebody
me
came
out.
with a false accusation. You're
sorry
trying to
if
make
I'm-
it seem like he was guilty.
Sorry if I'm forcing you to think. But
Somebody
hear
could
me
do
out.
that shit to your son.
Hold up.
Somebody could do that shit to your son and just decide one day and be like, yo, I want to put this fake
And
charge
I
on him.
recognize that
And
as
when
a
he's
black
found
woman.
not guilty 20 years from then, he should not be condemned by that false accusation,
As a
man.
black woman with a mother,
Come on.
as a black woman
Somebody
with a
could do that
dad,
to your brother.
as a black woman with a brother, as a black woman with many black men in her life who don't go outside. I get that. I completely understand. I completely
The nigga
understand
really
that.
did it. Like it wasn't
He
1000%
didn't. My
false.
point exactly.
All
But
right.
you guys act like you know what her intent was behind the framing of that question.
I don't care what the intent
That's
was.
what
It's
it
what,
is.
it was
Hold
what,
up.
what came
Now
out.
I
Wrong
agree.
is wrong is wrong.
Hold up. I do
Kelly's
agree
a
with this.
dirtbag.
I agree
Lil,
with
you a
this.
dirtbag
Hold
too.
up. I agree with this. Ken Cashman, shout out to Cashman. He normally, I don't agree with him, but I said this too. He said Gail thought she was going to R. Kelly Kobe, but guess what? All races, not just black people, love Kobe. She miscalculated and got canceled. That's what
not what
happened.
she was trying to do.
No, hold up. I
think
believe,
that's what
I
she was trying to
agree
do.
with. That's why it's so much backlash, because it's not just coming from us. It's coming from everybody. Like the nerve of you to kind of like
That's not what she was trying to
badmouth him in his death, yo.
I get it. I don't think that that's what she was trying to do.
I feel
I
you.
will stand by. I don't think that that's what Gail's intent was. I think
Oh,
that.
somebody
I
said
think
go
that from the
Q.
initial
Q
framing-
should battle. You should battle rap.
Thank you. I thought about that shit. I thought about it.
Yo, Alex, shout out to you,
Thanks,
but don't
Alex.
encourage her to battle, okay?
Wrong is wrong is
Alex,
wrong.
you
I don't
never
give a
know.
fuck
You
if
might
you're
be
a woman.
introducing me to new
I don't give a
talent.
fuck if you're a hermaphrodite. I don't give a fuck whatever. Wrong is wrong is
Hashtag
wrong.
just
I don't give a fuck
saying.
if you black, white, or
Facts.
purple.
Shout out to my girl Mahalia. She said Gail was a puppet, period.
Disagree, Mahalia.
And she
Disagree.
conceded.
And I think all of you guys are puppets for
coon.
sitting down there and looking
No,
at
it's
things
not.
at face value. You guys are. Forgive me.
You-
I'm gonna say something that's
Q,
real
I'm
fucked
sorry,
up.
but you
I'ma
are
say-
unwilling to
and
call
I'm-
any black woman out on anything
I'ma
wrong.
say
And I
something
love
real
black women
fucked
as
up.
much, but they are human. Black women are human, and they are capable of doing things wrong. I don't
Reef,
give a fuck.
Reef,
Black
I
men
received
are
that.
human, and they are capable of doing things wrong. Gail did some shit wrong. I don't give a fuck if you're a black woman. My mother can do things wrong. You did some wrong shit, so you can then not use that black person's shield to protect you. You did some foul shit. Fuck out of here.
That's
I'm
a
not.
fact.
I'm not going
That's
to
a
bat
fact.
for you.
Reef, I
Fuck
can
outta
receive
here.
that.
You
I
threw
can
us under the
receive
bus,
it.
man.
I can receive it and I can disagree. And you guys just have to deal with me disagreeing.
Well, that's
Period.
fine.
That's me raising your level of consciousness.
Nah, it's
I
like-
actually
it's
think
like me going
in
super
paying
hard for
attention
R.
to the
Kelly,
entire
still trying to
picture,
defend him.
in
Nah.
paying attention to the entire picture,
Ah.
And the way that
Shout
she
out to
framed
my
those
girl,
questions.
Mahalia. Hell yeah. She says, Gail has a black son. Trust me, she knew better.
For real.
so trust me, she also she carries the weight of knowing what the fuck it means
She
to
don't
condemn
care.
a person. Come on, man.
She don't care. She's outside. She don't live like regular me and you.
She
don't
got
give a fuck
that
about
bag.
black.
I
Yeah.
promise-
She
hold
don't give a
up.
fuck
I
about
wanna
black and
say
white.
this.
She care
I
about
wanna
green.
say that. I
I
wanna-
disagree.
Hold up.
You
Hold
Gail,
up. Hold up.
if you want me to create a
Hold
scene
up.
for you to,
Hold up. I want to say this.
Gail, if you want me to
said this
create
before.
a seat for you to voice
Hold
your
up.
concern to these Negroes,
Hold
Gail
up.
King, I got you.
said
She
this
don't care
before
about Negroes.
because
She
the
cares
masses
about green.
do
She
not realize this because everyone was anti-R.
It's
Kelly.
inevitable.
When Gail got the R. Kelly interview, it came out of nowhere. She got praised for it because he was already reduced to scum. Everyone was anti-R. Kelly. Gail got $10 million for that R. Kelly interview. She got
I'm
leveled.
taking that
Hold
shit
up.
too.
She got leveled up. I'm not knocking that. But here's common sense. She's a very intelligent woman. You knew when you got that bag. Are you surprised? No. You basically, and everyone
Should
know.
she not
Hold
want
up.
the bag?
Hold up. She was.
Why the fuck did
hold
black women
up,
have to give up money?
hold
Because
up.
you niggas
no,
fucked up.
that's not my point. Hold up. I'm anti R. Kelly. I've been anti R. Kelly for years. Gail got that interview out of the blue. Everyone praised her for it. Me personally, I reduced her for it because you basically mocked that man. The interview was a mockery. It became a mockery. It was memed and he looked like a fucking fool. You got a $10 million bag for it, so it should be common sense. This is your job, to kick black men while they're down. And so no one respected it because it was R. Kelly. We already deemed him as a piece of shit. Now it's Kobe and his death. You knew. You're very intelligent. You knew. You were cognizant. You're very intelligent. You knew That's your fucking job, Gail. You think you got $10 million out the fucking blue? Then you got $10 million because that's your fucking job. We want you to push the envelope, particularly on black men. And you fucking did it. She didn't have to do it. She fucking did it. She didn't have to do it. I don't care what nobody
And you
says.
defending her getting on TV talking about this man.
Y'all don't ever let me spend a day with you.
Daughters.
Don't let me ever spend a day with you, though.
Fuck his 4 black daughters. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck that. Gail could go in because she's gonna fuck his 4 black daughters. They gotta listen and sit and watch somebody on TV talking about my daddy being a fucking racist when 48 hours ago I just lost my fucking father. Fuck those 4 little black girls because you want to make a bag. That's all we saying. You'll throw your black underneath the bus for that green. So don't try to use that black to now protect you when people call you out for what you fucking do.
I hear that interpretation.
That green. Fuck the black.
Maybe I hear y'all interpretation. I do believe like that there is room to see it differently. I do feel like the environment, the landscape is very sensitive. So it doesn't make sense to continue to address it when we're not in the space to move beyond it.
It's hard to talk about
I
journalistic.
want to say this. I normally don't, somebody who's on live, shout out to Cash.
What up, Cash?
I don't agree with him normally, but I said this. He said, when Gail fucked up, when she said that that's your friend, you wouldn't see it. And she kept bringing it up.
Harping on it.
I did that. Hold up, Cash.
Guys,
When we initially, hold up, no. When we initially talked
It's
about
my
that,
job to
hold
tell
up.
people about coming to work late,
When
even
we
though I don't believe that shit.
When we initially brought up this topic last week, I said that as a journalist myself, I had no problem with her question. The problem I had was when she followed that question up by saying you wouldn't see it. That's kind of basically saying that you're labeling him as a rapist. You're saying that, well, Lisa, you wouldn't see it. Where Reef also made a point. He's saying that in a club setting, you would see it. You would see men being overly aggressive. Yes, you would see it. And she's saying, I've seen Kobe in these settings, and I never thought that. That's a fact.
And if he
in
got
a club
guilty,
setting, in a drunk setting, music playing, yes, that's where you see men kind of like overexerting themselves.
Sometimes, if I can say, here's my fuck your opinion, like, of this week, specific to this issue.
Okay.
Sometimes we have the ability to see the cup half empty or full. And I hear where everyone is coming from with Gail. I think Negroes need to learn how to see the cup from a different angle. I feel like we are oftentimes in circumstances where we have to challenge, where we have to push our moral constraints to the limit. Whereas we can understand what type of decision that woman had to make. I think that no one is giving her the benefit of the doubt of looking at the entirety of what she brought together with that interview. And that's real fucked up, but that's also indicative of the type of...
What do you mean?
Forgive me. Let me be more specific. When I think about the initial framing of the question, again, I go back to the framing of the question. Anyone who cared, a journalist who don't give a fuck about their job would not have been as intentional, in my opinion, about the way that question was framed from jump. You see what I'm saying? I'm here, I'm having an interview with someone who can speak on it. I already know that I'm probing, right?
Right.
I don't think people paid enough attention to the totality of the entire picture, which is indicative of what black women have to go through in the first place, as though you already don't. Because it's funny that we sit down here talking about this $10 million bag, as though the bag is not the most far-reaching from black women in the first place, right? So why the fuck not get a bag for some shit?
No, get the bag, but I'm saying that should be common sense. That is your job, yo. You got paid. I'm saying that me personally, when she interviewed R. Kelly, my critical thinking was this interview came out of nowhere. It was barely promoted. Mm-hmm. You got praised for it as a journalist, right? As someone that is trying to be where she is. Mm-hmm. I'm as someone who's anti-R. Kelly, I'm this wasn't necessary. Mm-hmm. You mocked this man. No, and you mocked his sickness. But you got praised for it, though.
But in the same spirit, you also spoke about the lack of promotion behind it, right?
On
I
purpose.
could see that, but I could see that differently. I can see that as I'm not going to. I'm gonna get a $10 million bag, but I'm not going
No,
to
the
exploit him
promotion
in the
is
same way.
on the network.
I
I'm
think-
saying that
I think he
the interview
requested it and then it just
emerged.
happened like
That's
in
what I
20,
thought,
40
and I was like,
hours.
so
He
for us
requested
even
it
to,
and
he
it
did
just
request
happened.
That
it, right?
matters.
Yeah,
It
it
matters
It does.
to me.
If he requests it, I'm going. You damn right, it's my black ass.
And
still
no,
get it.
hold on. Kobe Bryant is not fucking R. Kelly.
He's
Very
not.
true.
There was
He's
one
very true, very
accusation.
true, very
There was
true.
one complete bullshit
We
accusation
gotta
that was
wrap up.
completely thrown out, and then this man is a fucking serial rapist. There's no comparison. Gail, you kind of lean towards that way when you did the R. Kelly shit, but Kobe is a fucking hero and he died. So we're talking about someone that is dead, that was accused of something that was completely 100% false, and someone that's alive and 1,000% guilty of being a serial rapist.
I just
Two
remember.
totally different
I
things.
remember having to be in the position where I had to make decisions about suspensions or expulsions, and like to my core, not believing that shit was right, despite the degree of like madness that came to it. But had to stand in front of that decision as though I supported that shit. And like that's the shit that black women, in my opinion, carry on a regular when they're in positions of leadership. And I feel like you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I feel like there's no one who would speak
Am
my
I gonna
story
get a chance to
about
say
whether or
what I'm
not.
saying? We gotta go.
Someone said Gail had 17 years to ask Kobe that question. 17 years.
She had more than
This
that.
was a puppet.
Y'all don't give black women grace. Fuck off. How about that?
So
Black woman
wait.
Black women don't ever have
Why
no
you say that
grace.
shit last year? Why
I
you say
can't
that shit
respect
last year?
no one
The
who has
man
never
died.
overtly given black women any grace. So fuck off. That's how I feel.
Wrong is wrong is wrong. You could be wrong as
So-
a black woman. You could be
we all
wrong as
have
a purple
different
woman.
definitions of what wrong is.
On that note, fuck your
Fuck
opinion.
your opinion.
No more
It
bullet
just
for
felt
her.
fitting.
So really quick.
Now I'm about to go have me more.
So really quick though, before we go, I just wanted to share as far as the music. Royce the 5'9" came out with a dope album,
I heard.
The Allegory. I've been bumping it ever since. Also, I've still been bumping Griselda. You need to get up on that wave, Rain. Not sure what's wrong with you.
Me? I've been.
No,
I've
you
been
said you
pumping-
wasn't feeling Griselda. What would
never
change?
said that.
You did. You said you wasn't
I've been
feeling.
pumping
The
them.
album.
The
I think
album.
he's
I
saying,
said the
yeah.
album was not getting me, but I like Griselda
No,
as a group.
the album.
She had a hot ball for the album.
The
because
album
of
is
that. She
trash.
definitely
And I
fucked
don't
with
like
them.
it.
Damn water.
Your man Wesley's not even a good rapper, yo.
Westside Gunn?
He's not.
He's not, but he grows on.
ass.
Neither is Capadonna, but you know we tolerate him because he's in Wu Tang.
Yeah, let him know. You're Capadonna, my nigga.
Yeah,
You're
he's not. Boom,
fucking-
boom, boom, boom. But it's
Fuck
popping.
out of here.
But it's popping. Lastly, couple things. We about to say unpopular plans. I stopped you. So, Wilder versus Fury. I seen that.
Wilder got his ass beat.
It was pretty bad. It was
They
pretty
keep
bad
saying
to this
he-
day.
They keep saying he got his ass beat.
To this
He
day.
got his ass
They
beat.
keep saying he
Pick
got his
your
ass
ass up.
beat in Black History Month.
He did.
Ass.
He
Get
did.
your ass in that back seat. Walk
And
home.
also,
Get your ass beat.
to the listeners, if you haven't, check out Hunters with Al Pacino's on Amazon Prime. Check that out.
We plugging that
If,
for?
Because it's a
actually,
dope show. Check
you
out
wanna-
that.
If you want to hear about some shit,
And fuck HBO for canceling The Watchmen.
amen. Fuck HBO for canceling The Watchmen.
I was the
I'ma
first
push.
black Dr. Manhattan. Let's establish this now. That ass I was Dr. Brooklyn a couple years ago.
And he was black.
Nigga.
That's
what I'm
saying, he was black,
I
yeah.
was that
But
a
you
couple
know what?
years
I'm
ago.
not like Dr. Manhattan. I'm not with
Dr.
his
Brooklyn.
power yet. I'm fucking with Regina.
Well, the
Regina
fact that
King's character.
they had him black and you know
the
he's
black
originally
woman
black.
in
Nah.
the motherfucking show.
Dr.
All
Manhattan.
right,
That's
and
Black
we're
God.
I'm
gone.
not done.
Dr. Manhattan
I guess
is
we are.
gone.